Hey guys, welcome to episode 24 of Argentum Adventures. Went on a large shopping spree last session, so let's see what that all goes towards.
Having completed your business in the evening after finding Elowen, you all reconvened at the Legion headquarters at the top of the city, having a brief discussion with a half-lucid Elowen in her holding cell, getting some vague information, a few details. Some that provided answers, but most that probably just provided more questions. Carmine, now that you had found Elowen, was able to supply your group with additional funds that would allow you to man an armed escort, a trip to the Bloom Grove to check in on happenings, see if you can get closer to a source of this bizarre control or corruption that Elowen has been possessed with, to figure out what's happening in and around the city. You took that small offering of coin, made your way through a few above-board shops up in the upper city, and eventually delving back into the Understone to pick up a few of the items that you had previously seen on your adventures through there, attaining some magical weapons and equipment, some other more mundane but equally useful items. And as that shopping came to an end, began to make your way down in the evening air to the front of the city, where you can see your small collection of individuals in their full uniform colors, donning their various armors, preparing horses, attaching feed, one of which has a small cart towed behind it. The 8 individuals meeting you at the gate. As they come into view, you can see the 5 guardsmen, normal run-of-the-mill guard from the city, and the 3 members of the Iron Legion, Daria, Saren, and another individual that you recognize as Gavin.
Gavin? Yeah. Sick.
Who is a rather burly-looking half-orc individual.
Nice.
As they are preparing the horses, kind of down at the end of the street, you can see as soon as they notice your group approaching, they kind of get into position, standing at attention as an officer of the Legion approaches, quite clearly awaiting a mission briefing from their officer as you make your way down the street towards them.
Ouch. Alright. Down there. Alright, so our plan will be to start our travel to Bloom Grove. How far away is Bloom Grove again?
3 days each way.
It'll be a 3-day travel to the Bloom Grove. We will be investigating on the way, and when we get there, keep a lookout for any suspicious activity, any suspicious looking creatures, the usual. That said, I would like for everyone to get acquainted, and let's get the show on the road then. Any questions?
I'll kind of look around. One of the guards kind of pipes up. What kind of trouble are we expecting to run into?
Well, there may be a night hag involved, in which I might just take the Legionnaires for that one. But it is a creature. How would you describe this one, Strider? You know more?
It's a spellcaster. Be wary. Potentially could change forms as well. Charm. Any of you might get into your dream. So if you ever feel like any of the sleeps on the way there getting a bit disturbed, let us know.
But yes, just the usual. We might run into goblins here or there, and just maybe some other plant-based enemies, potentially. So just be wary of that. So that'll be probably what we're facing on the way.
Alright. Go back and start getting ready. Standing here at the entrance to the city as the sun is sort of beginning to set, casting orange across the mountain range behind you.
Who do you think is stronger out of the 3 Legionnaires that are coming with us?
Strength?
Who would win in a fight? That doesn't necessarily need to be who's stronger, but just who would come out top if we would have put them against a creature.
Daria's a hard hitter, but at the same time, Saren probably has a bit more strategy behind her strikes.
In saying that, if we do find the hag, I want to take in as less people as we can, because I don't want to have to worry about protecting other people, or if someone gets charmed.
That was my thinking as well. I was thinking we take maybe Daria, since we fought with Daria before, and 7.
I think like we take 1 Legionnaire, because then
Only 1?
there might be other creatures outside, that need dealing with as well. The guys might
one,
need assistance.
maybe 1 to make sure nothing else pops up.
Plus,
idea.
I think, no offense to Daria, fought greatly last time. However, when it comes to being charmed and things,
Yes, there is that.
it's better to have someone that a bit more mental fortitude, per se.
I understand. It's a valid thing to bring up.
Who's got a strong brain?
You said the
I
Dragon
would
Ball.
say Saren has a strong head on her shoulders.
Alright, well, it's 3 days.
Yes,
That's
and
without
we
running
better
into
get
trouble.
moving now.
Yeah.
I want to get into this trip as far as we can before we have to set up camp.
Alright, well, you guys need to go find which horses you're riding.
I'll just find... I'd imagine I have, a horse I regularly, decide to take if I need to travel by myself to Wood End or something. Not necessarily my horse, but there's a regular horse that I tend to use. I'll just grab that one.
I'm gonna go up to the guardsmen that normally just station the exit of the city or the entrance. And I'm just going to leave a letter for S, just explaining that we're going to be gone for a few days on this trail.
Okay.
Just so he doesn't
Get too worried.
Yeah.
Doesn't freak out.
It's like, where do they go? I'll bring Rogue up to the front.
All right. As you're all preparing, a few introductions would be made. The guardsmen giving you all their names, and the other legionnaire, who you would now know is Gavin, this half-orc individual. All preparing, setting up, and within not very long, you will be geared up and ready to head out the gates of the city as the sun shows the last few signs of light behind you.
I'd like to take the lead And I would request that Strider rides alongside me.
Can't do it.
Since I know you've got very keen eyes, I think it'd be wise to have you up front.
I'll also explain to as we're going up front. I'll talk to the guards and legion.
Yeah.
If you think you have any thoughts on creatures or any fey or fiend type things out there, let me know. And if I say anything regarding any of them, listen to it.
You got it.
Hop on rogue.
Alright.
That's right, you just brought rogue on.
Lily finding her own horse, or is she riding tandem with someone?
Did I ride on rope?
I really don't have any space, sorry.
I look at Rogue. How much space is there?
You got all your bags,
Yeah, I
right?
got a lot of bags.
Even like
Yeah. I got my potion, my herbalism kit, my potion kit.
Do you want to hop on with me, Lily?
I can get my go do something. Find the smallest horse there is. Come back.
Why does she want to ride with you and not with me?
I think it's because it's rogue.
Oh,
There's like
Rogue is a very cool looking horse.
it is.
And
I
looks
legit
very
have no space.
trusty horse.
So I'm bringing them.
And I ride in with the smallest horse I found.
Nice. That's right, I forget you're like short-ish.
Ish.
Well, it's like you're not like short,
No.
but you're not like tall either.
5'4".
Yeah. Alright, and I lead the way. Onwards!
Alright, you heard the lady?
Didn't realize they rent out ponies.
Pony club.
Alright.
In a matter of a few minutes after meeting up with the collection at the front gates, you set out back through the vaguely familiar rolling meadows at the front of the city here that are hilled on either side, leading into lush forest. You pass by those half-decrepit statues at the entrance to the city and very quickly are out through the kind of entrance to the mountain pass and can see rolling hills and trees beyond, just as the last light of the day seems to creep behind the mountain and disappear. Are you planning on riding through the night? And if so, what's the plan for that?
So I will have my lantern out in front of me. I'll like maybe even attach it to the side of the horse so that I have hands free. And like, because what would you say the time is?
Sunset.
Sunset.
6, 7 o'clock in the evening?
Okay. I would say we go for like maybe like a couple hours, and just so we can put some distance between us and the city and just find like a safe spot to settle down for the night.
While we're riding, I'll take off the reins and I'll grab my bag. I'll pull out the sword and I'll be like, light and float, and I'll just let go and let it follow behind us.
Nice.
Trailing along the 60 feet or so that your lantern goes, and another 60 feet or so from this orb kind of encompassing the caravan as you move along the roads and kind of just lighting up the trees and the hills beside you as you move down the beaten path in the direction of Bloomgrove.
I would say maybe a bit more than a couple of hours, like actually make it worth our while, like
Okay.
for traveling. So maybe like 3
All right.
hours or so.
Well, can I get maybe then a... let's call it an animal handling check. The how far, a group animal handling check, to see how far you can comfortably get the horses this late in the evening while you're all...
First
you've had a
roll.
pretty full-on day.
Oh yeah, first roll.
Yeah.
Six.
17.
Okay.
13.
13. you ride on for 2 or 3 hours without too much tired kicking in, but about that 4th hour mark, you're beginning to see familiar landmarks of like almost being out on like the open road. Kind of begin to think that it's probably almost a good place to settle down. And then just kind of, another 10 or so minutes up the road, just with the small bits of light that you can see, there's a flicker of lantern light just hanging in the distance off of the road sign that denotes where the road splits into, where it splits off to the south to Wood End and Dawnhammer, and splits off to the north in the direction of Bloomgrove. So that intersection is just up ahead. Probably a good point to sit the horses down for the night and set up a bit of a camp.
All right, folks, here is a very good point to settle down for the night, and we'll continue tomorrow bright and early. I'll just lead the way to like maybe a nice patch somewhere nearby.
Don't go too deep into the forest.
Wasn't planning on it.
The small cart that is being dragged along behind one of the horses has a few tents and tarpaulins and things, and kind of a communal tent is set up for your group of 11 or so individuals here. Bit of a campfire begins to be set up, Daria helping to breathe some life into that.
I would like to stick away from the group.
Yeah.
Rogue will lie down like by a tree, and I'll lie against Rogue, and I'll just have the orb lit where we are, and it's gonna work on making my bombs and stuff.
Of course.
Being that it's certain toxins people probably aren't used to.
Yeah.
Oh,
The group around the campfire, the guardsmen introducing themselves as Jeremiah, Henley, Oscar, Marcus, and
Mariah.
And those of you that remain around the campfire enjoying a small but warming meal in the early spring night air, winter now having passed over the continent here. It's quiet. The sound of birds and insects around you, but the hustle and bustle of the city that even in the midnight hours of the morning is full of life. Out here there is a silence to the evening. Strider over taking the couple hours of downtime and the long rest.
I was gonna say I want to speak to Saren after that.
All
right.
Stuff.
What are you making?
I want to make blasting powder.
Is that one you've done before?
I've done it once successfully.
Okay.
Yeah, like if they make more than one when you make them, or if it just makes
Single.
But
Usually.
Single.
And that is just a common?
yes, that should be. I haven't actually credited my uncommon that I chose yet.
Mm-hmm.
The night oil, I think that was.
Okay, so you've succeeded this once?
Yes.
Okay, so this dose will take you 2 hours, so it'll take you the downtime of your long
Okay,
rest.
cool. Do I got a roll on that?
Yep, so that'll be a dex check plus your proficiency, because you're proficient with the kit.
Yeah. Okay, so that's then.
Very low DC for the con.
That one.
And 20, alright.
Damn,
Yeah.
bro.
Then yes, you're able to produce another of those, and the time that it takes you to make those is decreased to an hour.
Yes.
What was the other name? There was Jeremiah, Henley, Marcus, Mariah, and
Oscar.
I figured I should write their names down.
Yeah.
Saren, I'd
Yes.
like to talk to you about something. This is completely up to you, of course.
Of course.
when we do get to Bloom Grove, if we do find a trail that leads to this ghastly night hag, we would like you specifically to join us with the battle. We think that you will be a good fit for the battle.
Of course.
I just wanted to give you a heads up. So just be prepared mentally and physically for what is to come.
That's why we're here. I'm sure the other Legionnaires would be more than happy to come along as well.
Thank you. I think for this battle, the less the better.
Of course.
Thank you. Right. And then I'll go hang out with Dario for the night.
Spend some time at the campfire with Darren.
Yeah.
Anything Lily's up to on that evening?
Eating.
Eating.
Is my demonic lizard in my bag?
Oh, your closet.
How's my closet doing?
Surely it's just
Shuffling around.
dust.
I'm gonna tie it out pretty good.
Do. I will say a few times throughout the journey, you felt the bag get lighter and then heavier again, and then lighter and then heavier again. Definitely conscious again and able to use its abilities. But late into the day, any attempts at escape seem to have ceased for the time being.
Can I they wouldn't have like gained HP back, right?
I mean, it's had
Probably long
a
rested.
long rest like you
Doesn't
guys
have
have.
much HP. I'm gonna like just try and knock him up by hitting the bag.
Yeah, give me an attack roll, take advantage.
This guy's done nothing but sit in the dark of a bag and get knocked out.
It's gonna be 22.
Yeah, roll me some damage.
Use the hilt to my blade.
Yeah, kind of just knock them out.
Just like the idea that someone would have caught a glimpse of you just hammering it out of the bag.
11.
11. You feel whatever's in the bag just fall limp.
Nice. Get the bag this side.
Was this just your forever, like, punching bag?
No, I'm just hoping that closer we get, maybe it'll stop
it
reacting.
reacts? That's a good idea.
Yeah. Let's keep it there. Other people might keep watch because we have so many people, but without saying so, I'm gonna keep the first watch as well.
Alright.
Yeah. I was gonna say I would organize a rotation.
I think generally the guardsmen would be on watches.
I'm gonna purposely stay awake on during the guards watch on the first one.
As you're over there putting your little bits and pieces together, the half-orc individual kind of just makes his way over to your side of the camp
Oh shoot.
and just kind of leans up on the tree next to you, like 5 or 10 feet away. Just kind of keeping a bit of an eye on what you're doing.
So I'm just putting like gunpowder in a bag.
What's your deal?
Here to be more specific.
Who are you? Why are you helping?
Just an adventure. Got caught up in this event before it was even an event. So, just seeing it through.
Well, you're not just an adventurer then. Most of them wouldn't do it unless it was for coin.
No. There are certain evil creatures that shouldn't be around any longer than they have been, and potentially, if you've heard, there will be potential night hag, which is just what you think childhood stories, but think more evil.
Your little knickknack's gonna help with that?
Potentially, saved our asses a few times in the past. But I prefer to create them and hope I don't have to use them. You get what I mean?
Of course.
What about you? What's your thing? What's your style of fighting?
Great axe on his back. Kind of flips it out and drops it down into his hand. I know how to use it. But again, unless it's necessary, I prefer to keep it on my back.
Definitely another way to think about it. Have you ever taken the non-creature's life in the duty of the Legion before?
I haven't had to.
It's an interesting moral thing. Creatures and monsters don't abide by laws such as cities and villages have. So the only way to punish the creatures are to kill them. However, humans and elves and dwarfs do things that monsters also do. But they're safe because of the law.
Well, gotta be humane about it at some point. Give them a chance to change. Something the creature's much less likely to do.
It's true. I agree with that. And Strider will take a drink of his drink and kind of just mumble, some humans can't change.
Well, I'll leave you to it. Make sure to get some sleep.
We'll do rest well.
Make his way back over to the campsite.
It would have been way more interesting if he was a mage.
Yeah, you're a big burly guy and he just gets out like a grimoire or something.
Yes, excuse me.
Actually a wizard.
Alright. In the warmth around the campfire or with the light of your globe. Sitting out here in the coolness, the stillness, and the silence of the night. Eventually, sleep finds your group. Strider's gonna stay up and keep a bit of a watch. Negative perception check.
Yeah.
The night hag's right here.
Technically, she could be. She's everywhere. Well, that's good. What does 28 give me?
A lot.
Okay. And keep a bit of an eye out for the first half or so of the night. Just looking off into the distance, and every so often there's little glimmers of light of things happening deep in the woods, fireflies moving in places. So you're sitting there. At first it doesn't feel like there's much of anything happening out here. Then way in the distance, kind of echoing off a nearby hillside, you hear the breaking of a branch. And another one, and another one. Sounds like something is moving away from you, but pushing its way through the bush, through the forest.
Don't do it. Don't do it. He's gonna do a Bjorn. He's gonna go after
Couple of somethings potentially distant, moving away from you, but something out there moving in the night.
Could I use a spell slot to just sense if there's any aberration, sigil, dragon, elemental, faithful, or undead from a mile of us?
Go again?
Aberration, celestial, dragon, elemental, fae, fiend, undead.
None of the above.
So just regular old Joe walking around the...
I'll just let whoever's next on watch know that it's most likely a group of goblins or kobolds that saw us and went, they're too large of a group to take on.
Thought better of it.
The night passes without issue or incursion. And in the early morning, the sun begins to stream over the hills and through the trees and awakens the group of you with its warmth. A long rest is had, but just barely by the time that you're woken up by the sun. The day is yours.
All right, people, let's get packing up and we'll head on out.
The camp begin to go into a bit of a frenzy almost, packing down the tent, moving the campfire, putting it out, removing the embers, throwing everything back on the horses and getting ready to move. Well-oiled machine.
Now, I know you. Did you spot anything last night or no?
I just assumed it was a group of kobolds or goblins that saw us, got scared, and walked away.
All right, good to know. And I'll inquire of the guards as well, like if they saw anything.
They heard some of what Strider had made out, but nothing more.
All right, so far so good.
Yeah. Now we're getting past the point where we last went out, so we shouldn't be running into potential kobolds anymore. And I doubt any group of weak creatures aren't going to jump a group like us.
True.
I mean, a dryad would.
Yeah, because how only a dryad would. Well, don't welcome her.
I already have, and I'm showing my
Because
pack.
because how many of us is it? It's like 3, so it's 8 plus it's 11 people.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're a small unit. Alright, let's start hitting. Look at the signs. Which one's blown?
North.
North to the left.
Alright, that way.
Alright.
I have a plan for when we get a few hours from.
And what might that be?
I'm gonna let the thing in my bag loose.
When we're where exactly?
Maybe an hour before.
Oh.
It's not strong enough to hurt anyone. Plus, I have an ability that allows me to track it for about an hour.
And it's not going to cause any problems.
Yeah, it shouldn't. If it goes to the village, we'll know. And we're on horseback.
Well, it is your responsibility, so if it
Okay.
acts up, that's on you.
Yeah, can't do.
All right.
Then in the morning sun, you jump back on horseback, begin moving to the north. Can I get someone to roll a d20?
Yay.
I was waiting. I'm like, is someone gonna jump for it? Make it good.
6.
Thanks.
Oh.
Alright.
That's not good.
It's better than 5.
Better than 4.
Roll a d6 for me.
Oh.
How big?
2.
2. Perfect. As you are making the most of this first full day's journey, alongside you, at about the midday point, you can begin to hear the river that runs all the way from the bottom of the continent up and, well, runs the opposite way, down from the mountains out to the bottom of the Lasciviate portion of the continent out into the ocean. This almost river kind of wide stream, and begin moving along the road up beside that in the direction of the bridge that takes you further in the direction of Bloomgrove. Passing by forests and meadows, and it's peaceful out here. Every so often over the hillside and forest to your left you can see the very top of the House of Gold or a few of the buildings in the High Stone just peeking over the hillside.
I want to look around and see if any of the areas look similarly damaged to where the dryad is.
Give me a perception check as you're riding along.
You? 18.
18. You're riding along throughout this day and keeping a bit of a lookout. And I mean, you're still a couple of days away from Bloomgrove at this point, but even in the first 6 or 7 hours of riding during the day, the forests start out lush, green, vibrant. As you move further and further north, they're not unhealthy by any means, but less vibrant, less full of life. Like something is not draining them, but just putting a bit of strain on them from somewhere. But you don't see any patches that look corrupted or dead or anything like that.
Yorna, I know you're not from Bloomgrove originally. How sacred is their plant?
I think it is the plant.
Give me a religion or nature. Up to you.
I'll do nature.
Yeah.
22.
22. In Wood End, the Grand Oak is more a point of community. It is this pillar among your people. Bloomgrove are almost more religious in their practice. The forest itself is a very sacred place to them. It is almost considered a temple. And, I mean, you've been to Bloomgrove a handful of times. The forest directly surrounding it and the village itself are year-round blooming in all sorts of wildflowers. It's a beautiful, very well-maintained settlement. At the very center of that is where they hold the bloom lilies. These vibrant, fluorescent. They are believed to be healing, nourishing. They provide life to the village, to the forest. It is believed that as long as they are maintained, the forest will thrive. So the subtle signs of degradation that you're seeing on the way up add up.
Well, the lilies, the bloom lilies, definitely hold a very important space in the community. The entire place is always blooming and always flourishing, and it is said that the bloom lilies are what, keeps everything blooming and thriving. They definitely value these lilies, very much so.
Well, depending on what happens, it might be a safe bet to get rid of them.
The bloom lilies, you can't do that.
I'm just putting it out there, depending on if this thing gets created again or the liquid.
Bloom Grove is more religious in practice than any of the other druid
I wouldn't say it would be
villages.
easy, but it should be something we bring up at some point.
I just think as a stranger to Bloom Grove, maybe hold off on that until...
No, yeah. I mean, after we deal with the... Okay. It's just, if this plan is supposed to symbolize keeping the forest healthy, well, currently it's now being forced to do the opposite. And maybe to keep the forest happy, healthy, might need to...
Well, my idea is that once that hag is gone, because obviously it's pretty much the source of the fuel, right? And so, at the very least, I think if we resolve all of this in the night hag, I'm hoping that those bloom lilies will just come right.
I'm hoping that too, but just worst case scenario, because we defeated the weapon, but my hat symbol hasn't gone away, which means it's... No.
I'll consider what you said, but if we are to bring it up, I'd like to be the one to do it.
Yeah. I'd rather not tell someone we need to stomp out their religion.
Exactly. And even coming from me, I'm not even from there. But maybe if I can speak to Gavia, provided he is...
Provided he's not the reason that the lilies are being used.
Pardon?
That
He could
if he's
be
not...
working with
That's
that.
what I'm saying, is if Gavia is in the clear, then I think speaking to just Gavia about it and
Have
getting
you
his
told your man not to converse with him if we find him? Leave it to us.
Might be worth mentioning. All right, halt everyone. I'd like to address something.
It will rear back, and within a few moments, everyone kind of collects in a bit of a semicircle on horseback, kind of just setting up.
With the recent investigations into the gear and all of that, I'm sure some of you have been briefed on that, especially the Legionnaires. We are led to believe that potentially Garvir, you will know Garvir from the festival, that he may be involved in not a good sense. However, we have not confirmed anything, but I wanted everyone to be aware that we are holding him a little bit suspicious, and if you do see him, let me or any of my companions know, and we would like to speak with him. So please try and avoid any conversation with him, lest he finds out that we might be onto him. But hopefully, he's got nothing to do with any of this, and he's in the clear. But I just wanted to let everyone know.
Of course, we'll leave it to you.
Anything you'd like to add, Ryder, Lily?
No.
I'd like to inside check the group.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to see if anyone raised an eyebrow at that or seems distrusting as to not going to follow that instruction. That is going to be, what you call it, 24.
24. You can see Daria looks a little shaken immediately. No distrust or ill intent from anyone. Gavin seems a little, not suspicious, but curious. Like, this is quite a high-standing figure that is being
Questioned.
accused. But doesn't seem to be any ill intent among the group.
But yes, just as a precaution,
You got it?
best to know, best to let you guys know, just so you're not going in blind. All right, we resume, and I'll start leading us off again.
Moving forward, you can slowly begin to see a few more hours up the path where again the road splits off into to the left further north to Ridgewater and to the right across a bridge in the direction of Blue.
We're still another day out, correct?
Yeah.
I'll do another check for creatures with my sense.
Okay.
With a mile.
None of the above. And again, the sunset seems to creep over some of the nearby mountains. The sky filling with an orange-red. Just as you're kind of approaching that bridge area, Lily, you've been keeping a bit of an eye out on the nearby surroundings. Across the river in the forest, not corruption, not anything unnatural, but just as you've been keeping an eye on it, you see a few fallen trees. A path that's been weaved through the long grass, like something has traveled through here recently. Broken branches, trees snapped at the stumps. This is a few hundred feet away across the river, but just you're seeing a pretty clear path carving through in parallel.
Strider, do you see that?
Look over earlier, just pointing. Do I see the...
As she points it out between a few of the trees, you start to see it. A few branches pulled over and grass that's been patted down and trees that have fallen. Yeah.
I'll just get us
do you
to
think
slow
they-
down a bit.
Is that towards the direction we're currently going, or...
Yep, like you guys are
It's
going
going
down here.
off.
The river's here, forest, and it's like parallel, almost moving the same direction.
Is it okay if I go check out something? Not too far from there.
I mean, I trust you.
Just gonna go investigate it.
Do you want me to come?
Sure.
I was going to say, might it not be best for you to go for stealth?
Yeah, maybe it's still...
I think for now we just send Strider.
I'll go in... I'll go halfway with Rogue and I'll hop off him and stuff.
Alright. How are you going to cross this river?
How deep is the river?
I mean, 20 or 30 feet. It's running pretty... Not super quick, but enough that carelessness would get you swept downstream pretty quick.
It's not, the bridge is a bit further up.
The bridge is probably still another hour or so on
Yeah.
horseback.
Mm.
This is maybe 60 or so feet across the river.
How far can I
I
jump?
mean, it goes parallel to us, though, this disturbance, so chances are it's higher up as well. With the bridges.
How far can I jump? With a running jump?
Not far
very.
enough.
Not far.
Probably like 15, 20 feet. Usually sits somewhere around half your movement.
That's close.
For a 60-foot river.
And it's, sorry, how deep is it?
30 feet deep, 60 feet across.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's a swim.
Yeah.
But I
Fish
wouldn't
swim.
swim across that.
What's that?
Well, if you make one wrong move, you slip up, we're gonna have to try and go grab you out of the river.
Are there rocks?
It's not exactly a slow-flowing
I have
river.
a swimming speed.
Nice. What's your swimming speed?
Do you?
Yeah, my walking speed is 30.
Okay.
I would like to take a dive and
Take a dive.
action and bonus action dash while swimming.
All right.
Which is, let's say, 90 feet of movement.
All right. Can I get... this will be an athletics check. But because you've got plenty of movement, take it with advantage. You've got a bit of course correction there that you can do if you need it.
Oh, nice. To athletics.
Yeah.
There's gonna be 15.
Yes.
Whoa!
You dive in, and immediately this is a bit quicker than you're expecting as you sink 10, 15 feet under the water and begin to feel the current pulling on you. But with 90 feet of movement worth of swimming at a diagonal, what feels like a diagonal to you, the rest of you just watch him go almost perfectly horizontal across the river.
Nice.
I have
As you
to
do
say, you
emerge from
exceeded
the
my expectations.
You kind of like get out of the river and instinctively look back down the river to see the others, and then notice that you're like straight across from them.
I didn't know you were so proficient in swimming.
Yeah, I can swim and climb.
So can we.
Yeah, I was gonna say the way that you delivered
No, like
it.
I'm proficient in it. I have a climbing speed, okay?
Good.
Special.
All right, go check it
I
out.
walk over. I'm gonna try to like just shake off the water so I'm not dripping as
Get rid
much.
of a bit of it and push the hair to the side and whatever. All right.
Then I just do it.
Yeah.
Start heading towards. Mainly want to stuff up to where a tree was broken.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Low roll, but that makes it a 14.
Okay. All right. You kind of push through the tree line a little bit. You guys watch Strider disappear 40 or 50 feet into the forest. Eventually, you kind of take a bit of a look, and you can see like this is like tall, almost like chest-high grass for you beyond this tree line. Something, or a few things, have very clearly just battered a path through the forest here. You can see probably almost like a 15-foot wide track, and dozens of footprints have pushed their way through here. Where trees have been in the way, they've just been toppled to the side. You can see several sets of tracks here, like a group has walked through.
Can I crouch down? I just want to see if I can tell what type of creature made these tracks.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
Unnatural 20.
A natural 20. These are creature tracks that you've tracked before. It's just a few more of them. The majority of what you're seeing here are ogre footprints. Got something smaller traveling with them. Not goblin small, but somewhere in humanoid height range.
Interesting. They hit in the same direction we are, but just
Seems to be. And they're just bruising apart through the forest.
I'll walk out back to the other just yell out across the river like it seems like it's potentially a group of ogres maybe. Rogue will follow you guys. I will stay on this side, and I'll keep going up until we get to the bridge.
Alright, you just give a clear sign if there's anything we need to be worried about. I'm just worried about this river being between us.
Yeah, I could just jump and swim over if need be. I just want to follow and see if I can track them, but we're going in the same direction. So,
Alright.
and I'll whistle and just kind of do some hand signs to Rogue and
Hand
line
signs.
up.
Gang signs.
Alright. Rogue settling up behind the group as you all continue to push down the road. You taking a... I assume you're still stealthing down here, not like sprinting to keep up with the group.
I'm not sprinting. I'll like.
Yeah, we won't go so fast that he would fall behind.
I'll unstealth and just walk until I hear. I'll like focus on listening, and once I hear something, I'll.
Yeah, can I get a perception check?
That's pretty good. 25.
25. Alright. You're all traveling at a slightly slower speed. Takes you about half an hour or so. And you're maybe a 5-minute walk to the bridge that you can see ahead of you, as the sun is almost fully set at this point, behind the mountains. And at about that point, 5 minutes from the bridge, you begin to... At first it's a smell. The smell of burning wood, the campfire. Then you begin to hear sounds not far away. Hard to make out, but muffled voices.
Can I try stealth and get closer?
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
That is gonna be 28.
28, alright. You push through the tree line again, and doesn't take you long before you do see a rather large bonfire that's been set up on a small kind of rocky patch of the forest here. You can see a couple of trees that have been torn from their stumps and laid down like seats around this makeshift campsite. You can see what looks like an elk, some large animal, antlers, is currently skewered and sitting atop the campfire.
Oh no.
You can see a large, hunched over ogre who is like crouched down, sitting on one of these logs, and is just turning the stick, cooking this elk over the fire. You can see on the opposite side of the campfire, so looking in your direction, 2 more lumbering, hulking ogres on the other side of the campfire. And as they're sitting there, they're barking orders at what looks like 3 or 4 orcs that are kind of running around the campsite, getting things prepared for the evening.
Can I figure out what language they're speaking?
They are speaking Giant, for the most part.
I speak Giant. What type of commands they given?
This is, I mean, it's basic. This is just them going, no, not that far, bring it closer, keep it over here. Just ordering people around because they can.
I want to sit for a bit, and I want to see if I can overhear them talking about where they're going.
As you're doing that, a couple of moments pass, and Yorna and Lily, you're almost at that bridge. 3 or 4 minutes ride until you get there, and you look over and you can see that Strider is no longer walking alongside you on the other side of the river.
Alright, halt everyone. We gotta make sure that Strider hasn't gotten into trouble. We'll wait 10 minutes, and if he doesn't show up, we'll go in after him.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
You got 10 minutes.
Okay.
20 minutes on my head.
No!
You're sitting there, taking in the conversation. Very little in the way of intelligent conversation here. You get the sense that they are moving away from something. They have left a larger group and are moving away from something.
So, I'd like to see if any of them have any battle wounds that they look like they got recently.
Yeah. Give me a perception check as you're sitting.
18.
18. Sense. You can see one of these ogres sitting on the other side, who a little larger than the rest, a little bit more armored, like some partial like ring mail that he's stolen and fastened into a bit of a vest. Sitting next to him is what looks like at first just most of a tree, but you can see that there is like a pretty clear, like crudely forged metallic end on it that is used as some sort of bludgeoning weapon. And you can see that kind of from his hairline to the bottom of his chin, there is a reasonably fresh looking cut.
Am I able to determine if that cut was from like a weapon or a blade compared to a claw?
It looks like it was crude weapon.
Okay. I'll start heading back to the group. Stealthily.
Yeah. You push your way back through the forest and breach out of the tree line to see the others like stopped on the other side of the river.
I'll just walk over the bridge.
I figured you went to go investigate something.
Just a group of orcs at a campfire eating.
Orcs?
No,
Thought you said ogres.
ogres. There was a few orcs there too.
Orcs and ogres. Alright.
Do they seem dangerous?
Yes, I was going to ask that. Those a threat or just the locals?
I think we can ignore them. It sounds like they were in a part of a larger group and may have, based on their wounds, made a disagreement and have just gone away from them. I doubt they're heading to Bloomgrove, so I doubt they're going to be.
Well, either way, I think everyone should keep an eye out for orcs and ogres and just let us know if we see anything.
Of course.
Yeah. Who knows, maybe one day there'll be a contract on their head, but now they're not doing anything wrong, so.
Well, for now, if they don't pose a threat, we can leave it for now, but if they do, get in our way, it is what it is. Alright, then onwards for a bit longer, and then we camp up, I think.
Sweet. Walk back on the road.
Yes. Alright. You all cross over the bridge, heading off to the right in the direction of Bloomgrove, traveling for a few minutes before off to your right-hand side. You can see every so often through the break in the trees the flicker of the campfire where these creatures are settled up. Just kind of keeping an eye out. Is there anything you're doing as you move past them?
I would say I would have gotten everyone to slow their speed for minimal noise.
Can I get a group stealth check?
If I'm on a horse, do I still get disadvantage?
And store your armor on.
No, I took it off.
Yeah, I mean, that's an option.
While you're riding a horse?
Nah, I would keep that on. It's not great, so I hope you guys
16.
roll well.
I'm just laughing because technically if you had armor on, it would be louder while on a horse, not less loud.
Well, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
But we're riding slowly, so I'm hoping it's not. Yeah.
Sorry, Whitney and
That and a net 20 from your other legionnaires. We'll
Oh, thank you.
God dang.
Oh yeah.
You move past, and you catch glimpses of movement as you're heading past, but long enough beyond their campsite, kind of looking back, you're pretty comfortable that you passed by without them noticing. And as the last little bit of light disappears over the mountains behind you, they're 15 or so minutes away from that campfire now, out the other side. Continuing to ride in the night?
Just a little bit to get more distance between us and the beaten up path and all that stuff. Campfire and all that.
Alright.
We should hear when they're coming anyway if they come towards us.
Oh yeah, they won't make too much of effort to stay quiet.
No.
Just a little bit more to get a bit of distance.
You head for another hour or two to the point that the group's starting to get a bit sluggish, kind of on that verge of exhaustion. The sun completely set now. In terms of setting up camp, what's the plan?
So describe what our surroundings are like our path.
Main road, kind of maybe a few 100 feet of grass before forest on either side.
Just shallow forest and just camp up there.
I think we should camp in the middle, just away from the trees.
A bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they do come, we don't want them knocking trees into us.
No. All right. We camp up just outside the forest.
Alright.
So we'll just move off the path a little bit and just
Alright.
make a little something.
Setting up campfire?
Oh.
Got your lantern in my
Yeah,
hand.
could just have your lantern.
I don't need to worry about smell.
It's not like cold, is it?
I mean, it's chilly, but it's not uncomfortable.
Okay, then I'll just set up my lantern.
I'll set my thing up over in the corner.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, no campfire tonight. Don't want to attract any unwanted attention.
Alright.
As I go over to my new corner, I'll lean over the guardsman, and we're like, if you want to know more stories about, ogres and stuff, you can ask Yorna. We did fight one once. No.
3 of the 5 kind of turn their head in your direction curiously.
It's an opener.
As there is no campfire, you can all mark off a ration for the evening.
No!
Not my.
Not one out of my 20 rations.
I have like 27.
I would like to attempt to make another bomb.
Yeah, totally. Go for it.
Another ball.
Another dex and proficiency. This is the same way you did the previous night.
Yeah, so I can try and make 2 then.
If you succeed the first one, you can try and make a second one.
Oh, you know what?
Actually, here's a question. Do you have the 25 worth of gold required for the additional equipment?
The additional.
I do have 25 gold. I would have shouted you that with the last of the funds.
When I was buying the equipment and brought all the recipes, would I have gone and brought the rest I needed?
Would you have?
Would you have had the gold?
We
We've
still
got
had
25
funds
gold, but
left.
that's only for like 1. I've got the tool set and I've got
Yeah.
the ingredients.
Yes. And then there's 25 gold worth of
Yeah.
additional components that go into creation.
I've got Electrum.
Yeah. You can do
Discount.
50 Electrum
Yeah.
instead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to
Dex and
say we still had
proficiency.
funds.
I'll save the funds for another one. Do I... What did I do before? Yeah. Plus DX and proficiency. And so that's 16.
All right. Yeah. Within an hour, you have.
15.
Okay. That's enough.
Math.
Within an hour, you have another. What are we making?
Got the actual term, blasting
The
powder.
blasting power. All right.
And I will use another lot of my stuff to create all my Electrum.
Okay.
Make another one.
Yep. Same thing. Dex proficiency.
That ticks off another creation though, which means that's my 3rd success. So does that shorten time?
No, it just goes down to an hour and stays there.
Okay.
So the first time's 4 hours, the second time's 2 hours, and then the third and everything and beyond is an hour.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll make a alchemical. No, that'll take. I've only done that successfully once, so that'll take 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll take.
Yeah, go for it.
Nat 1.
Oh,
I got no advantage.
no, not on.
Damn.
Surely poof in your face.
What happens there?
You explode.
If the player fails the check, you uncover the ingredients, but lose the gold.
Oh, damn. Alright. Just up the ingredients. That's good.
Yeah. Attempt it again if you find the money.
I'll save it for the alchemical fire.
Yeah. Alright.
I've got 3 blasting powders already.
Yeah. Did you wrap up your activities?
Had a fun little plan.
Mhm.
I have a set of bone dice and a pack of cards.
Yeah.
I set up games for everyone.
Nice.
We'd have like a night of games.
Yeah. Sit up around the lantern.
Yeah, little lantern games.
Yeah.
We're all just playing games of this.
Just black.
Yeah.
Ash.
You're just really blending in now because you get tired as well.
I just find me in a corner, I'm like tipping water on my hair and trying to like get it out.
Who's joining in with the cards and dice?
Me, obviously, because I set them up.
Can you win money?
Plays
Are we
beds.
gambling?
There would be a couple of guardsmen and Gavin who would put some coin on it.
Yeah. What have you got? Silver?
What's the starting bet? What's the starting bet?
They're all willing to put 5 gold in the pot each.
How much silver equals gold?
Yeah, to be 50 total. 10 silver per gold piece.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, 50 silver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put 5 of the funds gold into it.
I have some silver, so it's more like I could do little bits of gold.
I put 5 in.
Okay.
You joining Lily?
I'll watch.
You have a pair of bone dice yourself?
No. I don't got no bone dice.
Guess I'm not cheating.
I reckon. $3d6. Highest roll wins.
Oh.
Oh, you got it.
Not bad.
Okay.
Take it.
First.
10.
12.
I got over here a 9 and an 11,
Oh!
which means that between the two of them and you guys, 20 gold to Yorna.
Nice.
Double down gold!
Yeah, double.
All right. And relaxed and enjoyed evening around, not quite a campfire, but around the lantern here at
And
your
your
little campsite.
blob. Your blob.
My ball.
A drip low.
Nice.
Any of you jumping in on the watches at all?
I will again. That's wrong, just in
I don't
case.
want to do a walk.
You go first then.
Yeah, first. No.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go slowly. I should trust the gods that much.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
$19.
For the most part, the night seems still and quiet. Same as it was the last night. Some insects and birds every so often you hear. An owl or some forest creature calling out in the night. Right about when your watch would end, when you're about to wake Strider for his portion, you begin to hear movement off to the other side of the path. Movement, then you hear a snap. A tree hitting the ground.
Yeah, I'm not a deep sleeper. What is it? Breeze. Alright. Everyone get up. Ogres.
I'll get up. I start waking up like the guards and the.
Kind of come to and grab
Check
weapons.
us quick.
Whoa, what did Oscar do?
They all kind of get up at alert. And you can see it on the other side of the road, maybe 80 feet from where you are. Just barely in the tree line, you can see every 20 or so feet, every few minutes, another tree falling to clear the path.
What was the name of the orc?
Gavin.
I'll go over to Gavin. Gavin,
Yeah.
I know you potentially is he half orc? Do you speak orc at all?
A little rusty, but I'm sure I could manage.
I think me and Gavin here should go up front first. I can speak giant, so I can speak to the others, and he can speak orc. Then maybe we could see what they're doing and potentially not need to fight them.
Come to a peaceful agreement. I like that idea. I don't know how compliant
No.
ogres and orcs will be, but we'll see.
No, we have a large group of us.
You sure about this?
Yeah, if any troubles, we'll win anyway.
I agree with this. I think it's a shot.
All right, your call. Let's do it.
Right, everyone else get ready just in case.
I'll have the light bulb follow us. So we're sitting black backlit.
Walk over in the direction of the trees.
Rim lighting.
Like, as you're walking, the light from behind you kind of... Like, you can see the ogres moving through the tree line, but every so often that drift globe catches the eyes of the orcs who are kind of trailing behind on a bit of a lookout, peering through the trees. You see that, like, glint as they move by. Takes a little bit, but eventually you see a pair of eyes kind of lock onto the two of you walking in that direction and then hold on you as you're approaching.
I will be like, in giant. We not enemies.
Hear him kind of call out, "We got company!" And everything kind of stops. You hear those heavier footprints of the ogres kind of turn around and walk back to where that orc is. You guys kind of still standing on the road. This orc is like peering out from the tree line now, like drawing a weapon. What do you want?
We were just camping nearby and heard a large tree fall. I saw you guys earlier camping, but didn't approach or want to annoy yous.
How many of yous?
12.
Give me a deception test.
What?
12 is a scarier number.
Yeah.
That's 15.
Right.
Where are you lot heading?
Wherever we please.
Looks like you guys are heading away from something, right? You guys got into a fight?
Could say that. At this
What?
point, you see a hand grip the tree that this ogre is leaning on above the ogre's head and just pushes it over as that large ogre that you saw with the scar from forehead to chin kind of steps out and pushes that tree to the ground. You talk to me.
Alright, I speak giant. Seems like you guys got into a fight with something and are heading away from it.
Sure.
What did you get into a fight with?
Some ugly fucker came into camp. Didn't agree with him.
Interesting. We're heading in a similar direction to you guys. Just wanted to see where you were heading.
It's down. Well, we're heading where we please.
Can I ask you a question about a certain creature that's been sighted around this forest?
Sure.
Have you seen any talking plant type looking people?
Can't say I have.
Okay. Yeah, inside check.
Yeah, do an insight check.
He's like, I don't know. Not great, but we take those. 16.
16. I mean, doesn't seem to be lying. Don't think they have any reason to. At this point, he kind of like pushes out from the tree line and just stands on the roadside there, just so that you can see him kind of standing almost twice your height.
I'll
not fight
I'll
this.
stand up a little bit taller than I can and be like, did you know of a goblin camp? And I mentioned that goblin camp we were doing too. Do you know of that one?
Yeah, we steered clear. They're a bit useless.
Yeah, they had some weird new leader for a while.
What kind of weird?
Like a devil bugbear. You see something similar?
Kind of takes a few steps closer till he's like on the road, maybe 10 feet from you guys. You can see the others kind of looming into view through that little opening he created in the forest.
Is my mate nervous? Is he cracking under the pressure?
He's hiding it pretty good, but you can see like a bead of sweat that gets highlighted by the drift globe behind you.
Not quite the same. Smelled like an orc. Sounded like an orc. Furry thing with horns.
Did it speak your language? Well,
Mostly.
mostly. Did it speak something like this? And I speak Infernal.
See him kind of reach onto his back, unclip that large tree trunk with the metal
It's
end
like
on
giant
it,
again.
and flick stuff into his hand.
Yeah, it did.
I study different languages.
By example.
Multilingual.
I start speaking True Tongue, Dwarvish, Draconic, Common.
You can see the other two
Yeah.
ogres kind of step out from behind him. The other two, this one in the front has that big battering ram looking tree trunk with the iron end on it. These other two step out, and you hear the clattering of chain as they both drop a weapon to the ground. Just kind of 10 or 15 feet behind him, standing at the ready.
Can I insight check to see what his vibe is? Like, does he look like he just wants to fight?
Give me an inside check.
27.
27. He has this not nervous energy about him, this almost trigger happiness. Like they've been traveling for a while and everything they've come across they've had to fight. And everything that you're doing is making him more and more wary of you.
I hunt the type of creature you mentioned.
Right.
That's why I know how to speak its language. You said it had horns.
Yeah.
What color was it?
Dark grey.
Can I ask what direction it was going?
Set up at our camp. Base of the mountains. A few days behind us.
And he didn't fight you? Well, I guess he did, and
I tried to challenge him. Feisty little fucker.
You can see, like, as he's talking, that, like, gash down his face is, like, at points, like, splitting a little bit and blood starting to come out. It's a reasonably fresh wound.
Yeesh.
I'm going to just, as I continue talking, I'm going to just be ready to grab my weapon if he does anything. Well, up the road, there's potential more villages or little cities, and we can't really let you go into them because you guys are quite large and you could hurt people. So we ask if you could please maybe go that way, and I point where, like, it's not back where they went, but it's not towards Glimgrove.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, come on. Nat 20.
Nope.
Oh, no.
7.
7.
Oh.
Kind of looks over at the guy next to you,
No.
Gavin. Takes another step forward.
Nervous.
I instantly I'm gonna like do a signal to Yorna behind, which is just kind of like we're gonna fight, and I'm going to say off, and I'm going to turn off the light and slash.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
All right, everyone move in right now.
I'm trying to get a sneak attack. I'm trying to like just make him lose sight instantly, be like off.
Okay. Do I have a battle map?
I was so hoping this would get resolved peacefully. I know you did. I know
You had to speak infernal.
I have to say the infernal probably didn't help, but
It's
you
nighttime.
but you at least got some.
Can I please have your 3? All right, everybody roll initiative.
Oh, this is gonna be a big initiative, huh?
Ooh. What's my initiative? +1. 19.
Nice.
That's my HP, not plus.
I don't think
45.
I've ever rolled a good initiative.
What?
19.
Oh,
I thought I was like, I looked at my
well,
initiative
you
and I
have to
read.
beat
5.
it.
I was busy telling everyone to lead the charge.
I didn't roll it.
I rolled a
With my
5.
bonus, I got 9.
Yeah. Same. But you have a higher damage.
Yes.
There you go. Both harming.
Plus I have a +1 to my dex. I mean my initiative.
You should.
Not on that page.
This. Okay. Yeah.
Is that an outboy here?
Gavin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Not mine.
What's your dex?
+0.
Oh no.
What's their dex?
That's what I'm saying. It's hard for me to get a good initiative roll.
Well, I don't think that the roll did help.
Well, it'd help if I had a plus like Dana. Did Dana have a plus? Was it +4 by the end of it? No, I think I only ever got her dex to +3. No, I think I did get it at +4.
I'm at +5.
I got +4. I got +4 for Dana, but she had like +5 in charisma because I dumped it all to charisma by the end of it.
Mine's not just because of dex, so I've got the luck stone. So that's why I get a +1 added on.
There's that.
Why did it decide to close all of my tabs?
Not the
Open the tabs.
Legion member cards.
It's okay, Kyle. Oh.
I could tell that one was a rogue because he's got like this nice detailed lining on his saddle.
Yeah.
It's not just one color.
Okey-dokey. Up first we have, as always, Ryder.
Yes. So I'm gonna memorize the distance I have to walk, which is 1, 2, 2. I'm gonna use the command word to turn off the light, move up to 2, and I'm gonna turn it on as I'm slashing.
Okay.
Like weeping angels.
Yeah.
And this is to try and get advantage on it?
Yeah.
Okay, give me sleight of hand check, just to try and get the timing on all of this. Right.
10.
Is perception, which, unless he has a negative, no. He is able to keep track of what's happening, so it'll just be a straight roll.
Slang. Let's attack him with the Marquise Blade. 'Cause,
Oh shoot!
I don't think he has resistance to magicals. We'll see. Oh. Could have been a natural. That is going to be 26.
To hit?
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, get it.
11 damage.
Dash up and take that strike. He like keeps up, but you're still able to get that good gash on him. He like pulls that battering ram to the side and just kind of looks back like furious.
I'm gonna speak in giant and be like, it's no fun putting down a already injured pup. And I will pull out my nothing. I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna dunk dunk. You got this. Dunk. Then I'm gonna stand next to him.
Okay. Kind of looks over. What?
You got this. This is what they trained you for.
Lily's up.
Is there any light right now?
The orb's back on, right?
Yeah.
And that was where back here?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all of this is illuminated by that.
A big orb.
Big amount of light. Small.
What's he holding?
That.
It's a tree.
Oh
A
my
tree with a lump of
gosh.
iron on the end of it.
Oh.
Giant big battering ram.
I learned DIY.
It's in my DNA.
Yeah, I like the Mitre Mega thing came on in my head. I'm like, oh.
Just wearing a Mitre apron. That will be oil for.
I am going to cast heat metal on the iron part of his
Oh,
weapon
that's touching
Okay.
the wood.
in hopes, of setting the wood aflame.
Alrighty.
So jump for 1 minute with concentration. Which one?
It's gonna like if it lights the
The forest.
if it lights the tree on fire, it would still hold it, burn, and be like, "It's a flaming axe."
It's like, it's cooler
Really?
now.
Okay. Yeah, on his turn, I'll make con saves for the blue, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Anything else from Lily?
Oh, can bonus action. You're within 30 feet, right, Mr. Strider?
Mr. Strider.
Mr. Strider.
This reminds me of Fear, Mr. Stark.
I just go, beat his ass, Strider! And Bardic Inspiration.
Nice.
I feel inspired while I'm looking down at an army of riches as I step away.
Perfect.
Inspired.
That's me.
Alright. After Lily, we move on to the ogres. This one is going to step up in your general direction, getting up close with Gavin, and is just going to bring that battering ram up, and just using his block the path action, is just going to stand there with it at the ready.
It's on fire.
It is on fire. The wood seems fine. Yeah.
Am I rolling damage on the wood?
Yeah, sure.
So 2d.
What are you casting?
Yeah, I'm bringing heat metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more stuff. Yeah. 9. No, not 9. 7.
7. Sweet. Yeah. The other two. Are going to walk up in this general direction. You can hear those chains dangling behind them as they walk up. Each one has this like crooked blade on the edge of a chain. As they both walk up, you hear the rattling of chain coming through the air, one at Strider and one at Gavin. One at Gavin.
Come on, Gavin. If it's a Legion, maybe it's also
Natural 2, that misses.
Oh, yeah.
The one at Strider is a 16 to hit.
mess.
Okay. As this large blade cuts a half a foot into the grass behind you and then just pulls a chunk of earth out across the ground.
This will be a good warm-up.
That is the ogres. Our guardsmen are up.
Hey!
Where do you want us?
Start circling in behind and get to the smaller ones. Some of you go and protect the horses as well.
They're gonna dash up then.
Oh, dash, grab the cash.
I did make them.
Whoosh,
The
dash.
horses. Yeah.
Yeah. They'll start sprinting around the battlefield, moving into position. Legionnaires up straight after.
Yeah!
Saren is going to immediately run up to the first one, pulling out weapons, but will go straight in with a breath attack on that first one.
Yo!
Which fails its save
Nine.
and takes
Attack, is it?
10 points of cold damage.
Oh.
As she runs up, the scales kind of growing chilly around her neck, and this exhale of like ice crystals from her
Amazing.
mouth gets picked up by the drift globe behind and just kind of glitters through the air and freezes up the front of the ogre for a moment.
It's pretty too.
Daria's going to run up to that one, go into a rage, and is
Get
going to
it,
start swinging
Daria.
on that one.
Come on, Daria.
That's the chain one that just hits.
What?
Or plus rage, 13 points of damage.
Hey!
And Gavin's standing there. He's also going to go for a swing. Big one? He whiffs.
Damn.
Alright. Orcs are up.
I don't actually know how much health guards have.
We're about to find out.
Probably.
I think,
Oh.
yeah, I might go back them up. You've got
Yeah.
3 legionnaires there with you.
Start making their way up.
There's only tier 1 anyway.
One of them is going to take a swing at Daria there. Mrs. Daria. The two back here. One's going to take a swing at the sky closest to me. It's natural 20.
I would like to sell rebars.
What's the distance on
Are you
silvery
close
bars?
enough?
60. Should be 12.
1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. So they reroll.
Yes.
Natural 6.
'Cause I don't think a guard can survive a nat 20.
Yeah, no, they miss. Okay.
Wahoo!
And someone gets advantage?
Oh, yes. Straight.
Okay. And then the other orc will take an attack at the one behind. That's a 17. That will hit.
I just imagine you suddenly having like the aura around you.
Yeah, I've got advantage and inspiration.
Max damage. You watch one of the orcs walk up
Oh.
and a large gash up the front of one of these guards who immediately falls unconscious on the ground.
Okay.
That's the orcs. Come to Yorna.
Should I can't get that close. Because I have 30 feet of movement, that's only 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1,
Who got knocked out?
1, 2, 3.
Oscar.
Oscar!
Don't worry, I'm gonna go save it.
Oscar!
I'll actually step on that square.
Mhm.
Oh, shoot. Oh, that guy has reach.
Angela.
Oh, I saw it.
You're here now.
No, I'll move here because I want to be able to hit this guy.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna throw my axe.
No, that'll be disadvantage for here.
Yeah, because
It'll be
it's
20, 60 or something like that.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, so it'll be disadvantage.
Okay.
That's all one closest to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, should have given it to Yorna.
12 to hit.
12 to hit. Doesn't quite hit. Right?
Bonus action, Ring of Earthen Ally.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Where's the ally?
You'll be up there behind you on the shelf. 30 feet radius.
30 foot.
Yeah. Nice.
Don't worry, the rocks are with me! As I don't want them to freak out. And so he is up for...
Plenty of time. 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going to take his turn directly after me.
Yep.
You guys get ready for the slam damage.
Wait.
Alright. He is indeed going to take slam on this guy here.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, buddy. We need 2 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright, come on. Max damage, max damage. Pretty close. 10 slam damage.
10 slam damage. All right. He launches up out of the ground and slams down on that immediate broken shoulder on that orc who was looking very wounded and drops the axe into one hand. Still standing though. All right. That's you.
If rocks could taunt, I would like him to taunt.
That's you?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Back up to Strider.
I'm gonna get up on this guy. I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna pull out a potion.
Yeah.
Just gonna drink it. And my dragon eyes will flare up a bit. I'm gonna Hunter's Mark him.
Okay.
Which I don't actually.
That should be up there if you can grab it.
Do we have Slayer's Prey yet? Did we find it?
Slayer's Prey is up here,
Oh, nice. We got.
and Hunter's Mark.
Alright, check it out. We lost one.
You
for
want
a while.
Hunter's Mark on this guy?
Yeah.
He's got a necklace now.
And I will take a swing with the Marquise Blade.
Okay. Could you please,
Yeah.
as he used his block the path ability, make that with disadvantage?
I've got advantage, so normal roll.
Normal roll.
Hey!
Oh,
And you would still get sneak attack because of the ally within 5 feet
Yeah.
of your
What's the
enemy.
advantage from, sir?
silvery ball.
Ah, nice. Yeah. So just straight roll.
Yep.
Don't forget you have...
Oh, it teetered off.
I know.
If it's
Uh-oh.
bad...
It was gonna be a nat 20,
Yeah,
and then I'm like,
bleep.
I don't think I can save it. I'm gonna save that.
Okay.
I'll miss on
Wait, but if it's a fail, you still get to keep it, right?
Yes.
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7. There's a
8. Oh no.
plus my modifier.
7.
Oh yeah, that
Nine.
works.
9 plus 1.
9 plus 4.
For a total of
13.
doesn't quite.
Worth a try.
So close.
All add-ons. If it was my longsword. Oh, not my
The
longsword.
blade reaches out and just get caught in a couple of the rings of his ring mail and glasses on.
And I will dinner.
Okay, that's you. Lily. Yeah.
But do I get to roll the fire damage?
On his turn, we'll do that.
Ah, understood. Okay. I am going to bonus action unsettling words on this dude.
Alrighty.
So on his next, what's it saving throw? Yes, next saving throw, he must subtract a number from a d8. Oh, in that way. Who?
Okay, I go 2.
And that takes away a bardic inspiration. Pink. And I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers. So he must make a wisdom saving throw.
With the -2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'll make it 2.
Oh, yeah, fail.
Pretty good,
Did
pretty good.
he have a negative already, or?
Nope.
3d6.
So no modifier.
Yeah, that's the best of us.
Ooh. Ooh. 17 psychic damage.
The blood vessels in his nose burst out, and he just falls backwards. You hear a in the grass.
Fine
Hell
work,
yeah.
Lily. Fine work.
I would make it that like what she said was just like after he hit Oscar.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else from Lily?
Nope.
All right. The ogres are up. Go ahead and roll that fire damage on the wood for me.
Ding. Where is it? 7.
The fire seems to be starting to creep up that large trunk that he's holding, burning away from the front. Our big guy here is going to take an attack at Strider with his bash, with the battering ram. And is going to slam the end of that into you.
I don't want to be that person, but is that the end that's heating metal?
I imagine it will.
Does that do extra?
I believe so.
Yes.
25 to hit.
That definitely is.
2d6 on the fire?
2d8.
2d8.
Cool.
Oh, you rolled damage, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll use the same. So it was 7, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you take 16 points of... No, you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage
Texas.
Wow.
and 7 points of fire.
So 27?
27 all up. And you'll push back 5. As he rams the end of this battering ram into you, singeing marks into the front of your armor and shoving you back on the path a little bit. Now the chain ones are going to go. This one is going to move over here.
So we're like, how the fuck did his thing get on fire?
Your marquee blade down.
This chain ogre is going to take a step over closer in Lily's direction, take that blade out, and just swing around in a circle and use its chain sweep. So I need Saren, Yorna, and Lily to make dexterity saving throws.
Dex save.
Yeah.
Saren fails with a 2.
No!
Well,
Yorna fails with a 12.
Okay. Oh, I might be in the same boat. 9.
Lily fails with a 9. All right. All 3 of you take minimum damage.
Hell yeah.
5 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone.
Oh,
Damn.
we looking at the stars.
we're stargazing now.
As Strider, you feel a gust of wind behind you as that chain sweeps around. Okay. And then this other one, standing over here, is just going to try and punch Daria.
Hi.
10's going to miss. It just reaches out and Daria like ducks out of the way. Guards are up. Death save for him. Okay. These two are gonna be over by the horses. Come out a little bit. The one next to the earth elemental is gonna take a swing at that. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't think that's gonna hit. That's not gonna hit.
No.
This one will run around. Do the same with advantage.
He'll get it, surely.
He does. Previously wounded, haven't I?
Mm-hmm. I believe it was 10.
Yeah. Got it. That one falls just.
Yes.
Falls to the ground, and the two that are there kind of go to look at Oscar on the ground.
Nice.
Earth Elemental just now awaiting instruction. It's all the guards that are up, Legion members. Saren going to stand back up. And is going to move through Yorna's space over here and just hold the shield up and use block formation, which will add two to the two to whoever's AC the first attack is directed at next to her. What is our friend Gavin going to do? He's going to take a swing.
Yeah.
Swing.
Ah! Not Gavin's 9. 9 to hit, misses.
To be fair, is Gavin like slightly put off by going against like orcs, considering he's half orc?
Maybe.
He's holding it back.
He's holding back.
Rage.
Yeah, that.
Doesn't matter, she's made an attack, so she's good, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. She's going to go again on...
As well as if she takes damage.
Yeah. She's going to attack that orc there, just try and get rid of it. Natural 20.
Oh, yeah. It's Daria's night.
Yeah, she cleaves that thing in half.
Why did I get paired up with this
Hell
guy?
yeah.
Hey, be nice to Gavin.
She down, clear cut, and it falls to the ground. Orcs are up. Orc is up. He's gonna walk over to Daria and take the swing.
I like that. That's his thought process. He's like, boys, where's the boys?
Where's the boys?
Where's the boys?
Where's the boys?
What is us?
Yorna.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Now
5 feet to
I
get
see what
up.
you did there.
So I have 5 squares of movement left.
No, that takes half your movement.
I have athlete. When I'm prone, it only takes me 5 feet
Oh,
to
shit,
get
that's
up.
pretty good.
Yeah, I know, isn't it just?
I don't know.
That's
It's
great.
just standing up.
Meanwhile,
This is talking about climbing.
Right.
yeah.
I'm gonna go around the back and flank with Saren.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give him a mighty stab
Okie dokie.
with my longsword.
Yeah, so be advantage.
Battle dice. Ow, that hurt. That hurt
The
even more.
pain
Oh.
thing was about to play. Oh, how you looking?
13 to hit.
The very least.
13. 13 to hit.
Bet you have them.
A chain one? Yeah, 13 hits.
Okay.
Okay, he's gonna get D8. What's he holding? Chain thing.
Yeah,
Kind of go
dangling
like
chain with some like crude looking blade on the end.
I'm gonna make this. He's probably got oodles of strength. That's okay. I'm gonna give it a shot anyway.
Do it.
Disarming attack. He has to make a DC 15 strength saving throw or drop his weapon.
Right? Yeah. 10.
He failed. He drops his weapon.
Drops the chain.
I'll do the damage.
Uh-huh.
9 plus that one. 13 slashing damage.
Nice.
And extra attack. So I swipe at him again with advantage.
Listen.
16 to hit.
16 on that.
I'll just make this a regular. 11 slashing damage.
Nice.
And then directly after my turn, I will command Rocky. Rocky, move into the extra big one. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, Rocky.
Get him to hit the stick.
Stick? Oh, yeah, because he's a siege thing. What is it? Siege master.
And it's burning, so the wood might be weak.
Yeah, actually, I like this idea, and so does Rocky.
Okay.
Rocky's gonna try and slam the wood thing that he's holding to pieces.
Okay. Yeah. I'll increase the AC because you're going for a specific point here.
Yep.
But sounds good.
Would he get advantage from?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Flanking with Gavin.
Ooh. Only a 14.
To hit.
Yeah.
14 is his AC.
For the stick?
Over the stick.
Yeah.
It's a tree. It's a tree.
I'm afraid no.
No.
So he'll swing that out of the way. He'll still hit the ogre. You
Okay.
want to roll damage on him, but he is unable to hit the tree.
Hit the.
All right, I'll take that. The ogre takes 6 slam damage.
Nice. Okay. That's him.
Yeah.
That's you. Back up to Strata.
I'm going to kind of focus in on him and mark him with Slayer's Prey.
Yeah.
I will last minute also let these guys know. Take care of the wounded. Make sure no one goes down.
Of course.
I want to put my hand on his shoulder before I push him.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, just focus up, take your time,
Yeah.
and you'll take it. And then I'm
Right.
going to go for another hit
Yeah.
with Marquise Blade.
Go for it.
Go, Marquis.
Be flanking from there.
Nice. Enough to hit.
20, like, 5.
Yeah, the jump.
So flanking, so sneak attack. Okay. Sneak attack, Player's Prey, Hunter's Mark. And
That's a
Blade.
lot of damage.
No high rolls though. Thanks. Oh, it's a 4. Thanks. 11 plus 4, so 15 damage.
Nice. He is now blood.
And I will end my turn.
Lily, you're up.
Not yet. I know. I am going to.
Don't forget Saren has her like shield thing up.
It's within range. I am going to cast Healing Word on Strutter
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Nice.
at level 3.
Good.
So 3d4 plus 3.
Oh.
Wow. Oh. 3. 3. 6.
Crunching on an ice cube.
13.
13. Oh, thank you.
That's not bad.
You see a bunch of wounds heal up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do.
Anything else from Lily?
So that. Well, it's a bonus action, so can I hit?
Yeah, if that was just a bonus action. You can go your attack action. Yeah.
Swing!
Go for
Lily's the most chaotic bard. I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever seen a bard be like,
6.
big thing.
it. You stand up.
Most bards are like,
Different
oh shit,
breed.
run away.
Different breed of bard.
From
Well?
to hit.
Yeah.
Chain brute. That'll hit.
If I ever play a bard, I'm
This
playing
is like
one.
how she plays Anna sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Go up against a tank.
If I play a bard, I'm playing a bard that's gonna be like, yeah, I'm not fighting that. You're crazy.
10. I forgot what. Ripley
Good luck to you
yes.
all. I'm gonna go home.
I'll watch from
That
this
one is
bush.
now also bloodied.
Yes.
All right.
Right there. But that I know. Dash
That's you.
I can now start attacking twice per turn now that my stuff is stacked.
We come back to the ogres. Focus up, boys! At which point their flames begin licking up the end of his battering ram and he drops it on the ground. Kind of looking around a little bit frantically and is just going to try and grab.
Bear him. Grab another one?
Grab Strider? No, he's just going to try and punch Strider.
Oh,
No, didn't want to use Strider as a weapon.
Don't think so. 14 to hit?
Yes.
Okay.
I dodge out the way. I'm like, did you say focus up?
This guy is going to take one step this way.
It's kind of cool to think about.
Opportunity.
You can take an opportunity attack.
I'm just thinking of an ogre using this.
Up it comes.
So terrible.
You're not getting away.
You'll duck it, you'll still
16
feel the
ahead.
wind.
That'll hit. Saren will also take natural 20 on Saren's take opportunity.
Nice.
Max damage for
Get it.
14.
Get it, girls, get it.
Sing, sing, sing.
Nice. As this ogre is picking its chain back up off the ground and looks like it is about to swing around to try and hit Yorna, Lily, Saren, and Strider in one sweep, takes one step, and Saren slices him up the back of the leg. Lily, how do you finish off the ogre as he steps out of your range?
I want to attack him in the ankle tendons.
Rude.
As Saren slices up and you come in with a precise strike and you just hear this thing fall in pain to the ground and within a few moments dies of blood loss. He is gone.
Oh,
All right. Another one on the other side.
I just like, they got to guarding the horses and they'd just be like watching this whole thing. They're like, oh, yes.
Is going to make a chain smash on Gavin. That's going to hit. 23 to hit Gavin. Gavin succeeds the con save. You watch as this large plate of metal on the edge of the chain rears down on Gavin, smashes into his helmet, and he goes a little starry-eyed for a second, like if that had struck him anymore, he would have just gone unconscious. And he kind of comes back to.
Has Gavin been hit more than once?
No. Gavin has not been hit yet.
how much damage did he take?
None.
I just need to run punches.
Does he take half? No, he takes the damage. But the attack does not render him immediately unconscious.
I see.
It's like a knockout move.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like the Legionnaires were weak sauce.
Ogres are done, guards are up.
Tend to the wounded.
This one will run up. One of them will make a medicine check. Try and stabilize it. In the tray! Yeah. Oscar is stable, no longer making death saves, but will remain unconscious for 4 hours.
Ooh.
This one's going to run up,
buddy.
take an attack, not quite flanking there. Misses. Legionnaires. Saren is going to run back to be behind you guys and have that shield at the ready, just so she's not in the way. And Daria's going to have another go at that ogre in front of her. Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh my god, if you're a fancy archer, you could, like, always have flaming arrows.
Yeah.
You're just like,
I think I know what Kyle's next character will be.
dip it in your hair.
Orc is up. So we're going to swing at Daria. Misses. And we come back to Yorna.
Alright. It's party time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's not
That's
your
me.
Shoot!
The fuck you don't.
Green colors.
Yep, you're a bard now.
with advantage, schmack.
Yep.
Ogre.
Go for it.
Smack his booty.
Ogre. Yep. 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright. Just for the sake of it. I'd like to make this a goading attack.
Yeah.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
No.
Alright, he's got disadvantage on everything except for me.
Okay. Good to know.
And I get the extra damage. That is cacked as hell. Alright. 10 slashing damage.
Nice. He is now bloodied.
Sick. I'm going for another attack.
Yeah, go for it.
Give me an nat 20. That'd be nice. Dirty 20. And I'll just do a regular. I die. That didn't sound healthy. 8 slashing damage.
Nice. Okay. He's looking badly wounded now.
Sick. And then directly after me, the
Yep.
Rocky is gonna keep chipping away at the big one. Chip. I like that. Pass. Has 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright. And he does 7 slam damage. I want Rocky.
Nice.
I want Rocky to get. How do you want to do this? Could you imagine?
All right. That's you.
Yeah.
Right on.
Sweet. I'm gonna take the swing. Got advantage because of flanking.
Me.
Yeah, that's 17 plus stuff.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Do nothing.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 14 damage on that one.
Nice.
I'm then gonna pull out the crossbow.
Yeah.
Shoot.
4.
17 plus stuff again.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And this is pretty nice. That's 15 damage.
Dang, how do you finish the big guy?
Yeah. As he goes for like that punch he did on me before, I'm just gonna duck, upward swing, cut his hand off.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna spin into like a swing to try cut his head off.
Hell yeah. Ooh. As that hand comes down to try and punch your direction, the wrist comes off as he bends over in pain, grabbing it. Down the head, hits the ground, and rolls to a stop. He is gone. That's you.
I'll just
Anything else?
look to the next ogre. Where's my movement? I'm the speak giant.
Yeah.
And we're like, most of your men are dead. You're gonna give up?
You see, barely paying attention to you, looks over at the orc and goes, "Run!"
Alright, my turn.
Okay, Lily, you doing anything?
Bing, 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 bing. Strider, are we letting them go?
It doesn't really matter, they'll die to whatever fiend thing's down there anyway. We can kill them, or they'll die there.
Jason whispers the big guy.
Okay, go for it. Is that a save?
Yeah. Wisdom save.
You'll be fine.
So it's 46.
That's like being like baloney that's best due by date's been gone.
What? What was that sentence?
The baloney that's best by date is far gone.
Is the same as
Despite.
despite desperation. Desperation.
Desperation.
14 psychic damage.
I feel like I just took 14.
And the summoner summons a
Yeah.
No!
He like racks his head. There's like blood beginning to form in the corner of his eye, but he's still standing.
Oh, there's more stuff.
There's more stuff.
There's more.
He must immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Yeah, that about tracks. He's just gonna run.
I'm gonna sentinel.
Is that considered forced movement?
He's still moving out of range though, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if movement's forced, it doesn't trigger opportunity attacks. But in this sense,
He's not
he
getting
is.
like forcefully pushed.
No,
He's using his reaction.
using his reaction to move. Yep, the opportunity attacks.
It's like
bring
he's
on the
being
ones that-
scared and running. It's
Yeah.
not like he's being
And
commanded to.
would I have gotten advantage for this? Or
no,
no?
because your
Oh, because he
opportunity
would
attack
have hit
wouldn't be
me.
till like over.
Yeah. Sure.
Hit him.
What about me?
Hit him.
19.
You wouldn't be flanking with anyone at the moment.
Hit him. Hit him.
Daria will.
Yeah.
Daria hits.
19.
19 hits.
That's 14.
14 hits.
Yeah.
Everyone hits.
Nice.
12 slashing damage.
12 slashing damage. 5 from Daria.
8 piercing.
8 from you. That'll definitely finish off his last 4 hit points.
Hey!
Everyone just nails it.
As he gets a few steps out and just
Yeah.
hits the ground in about 3 pieces.
I said he should run. I didn't suggest it was a good idea.
Anything else from Lily?
Nope.
No more ogres. Daria's just going to turn around to this orc. Damage will definitely
Nice.
halves halfway through his chest and flicks him to the ground. And with that, the night is quiet once more.
Alright. Everyone alright?
I feel great.
That's good.
Just hear from over the way. Oscar will be fine. I've patched him up. He'll be out for a while.
That's alright. I think we still plan on sleeping tonight, though. Let's stay vigilant on watches just in case someone else comes up.
Well, save us time for carrying Oscar around, and I pop over to one of my potions and I cure wounds.
Okay, nice.
No, not true. No.
Yeah, awesome healing for me.
It's 2d4.
Healing word? Cure wounds, 1d8.
Oh, AI.
Plus your wisdom, I assume.
Yeah. 8.
Nice. Yeah, you pour that in. What in the bloody hell was that?
Healing potion.
Ugh. Like looking at it, it's like this.
And he's like iron.
It's not though.
Ugh. Thank you.
Alright.
Gets himself up off the ground, like the bruising on his head, like kind of immediately sinking back, and that did most of his hit points get back to full.
Oh, shit.
The guardsmen are not as beefy as the legionnaires.
I want to go around and like check their pockets for stuff.
Yeah, give
Want me to
me.
help you?
Yeah,
I grab a
check
powder
the big
out and I'll
ones.
detect magic on the big ones.
Yeah, all right. Give me an investigation check with advantage.
Both, or one of us.
Just you. Take advantage of stress. Somewhere.
Yeah. And that's
All these knights are like, are they looting?
13.
All the knights are like, are they looting?
I engage in no looting.
They have simple, crude weaponry on them. Nothing in the way of magical equipment. They do, between them, have 85 gold
Oh, hey.
that they seem to have acquired from somewhere.
Do you want them? I know you purchased recently.
Yeah, I am poor, but you can have it.
You don't want it?
Damn right.
Okay. 84.
And they do have with them a half remaining spit roasted elk.
How good does it look? Like, is it
Cooked.
Good.
Was cooked today.
I'm gonna like
No seasonings.
to make sure it wouldn't give us food poisoning.
Give me a con save.
Oh,
Okay, well, I mean,
farm now.
if I have to make a con save for it, it's probably not a good
Maybe it's
idea.
well seasoned.
No, it's for the spice. At 20.
24. You. Seems safe to eat, if incredibly aggressively salty.
Ugh.
Oh,
Like your mouth dries up almost immediately.
unless people like very, very, very oversalted meat, this could be nutritious, maybe. Up
Yeah.
to you guys, though. I would wash it. The salt is a lot. But edible, if someone wanted meat.
Daria?
You see as you like look over her hair is like kind of falling back down, flames dying down.
Do you want the meat?
Oh yeah. She, like,
It's
walks
salty,
over,
it's salty.
takes the axe back out and like starts like carving rashes off of it. Yeah.
Oh.
Salty. It'll cure up nicely.
Yeah.
Long lasting.
I'll leave that to Daria.
Alright. A few minutes later your earth elemental will deassemble and fall back into the gravel path.
Rocky, no.
You can see Gavin there a little shaken, this big dent in the top of his helmet.
Oh no.
You're good?
Wasn't what I had planned for our first night, but
No.
second night, sorry. I caught like half of what you were saying to it. My giant's rusty.
Oh, that's alright. I was just trying to explain that we wouldn't need to fight if it went that way, so it wasn't going towards any villages. And
Right.
he noticed you were a bit
Yeah, my bad.
friends.
I'm gonna go lie down. Makes his way back over to the camp.
I'm just gonna walk over to Daria real quick. That Gavin fellow.
Yeah.
Good guy?
Oh, he's usually decent.
He seems a little, just shook after what happened.
Yeah, he's one of his first major assignments outside the city. I'm not shocked.
Fair enough. Well, enjoy the meat.
I'm sure I will.
I'm gonna go find the head I cut off.
Yeah. Just sitting on the grass, this big blood trail near the body is.
I'll pull out some tools. I want to examine the scar that's on his eye, and I want to see if I'm able to, with that powder still up, detect any residence of like magic that could have happened in the attack, or if I'm able to decipher any like bits left over from the attacker.
Totally. Give me a investigation check on that. And that will be with advantage.
Nat.
And that?
Is this specific breed?
He is 2 years of age. 2-inch claws.
Female. Late 30s. 5'2". Slightly larger one on the right side.
The attack was made with a mundane weapon, non-magical. No magic infused into it. It is, or was, a very crudely forged steel blade. Not to your knowledge of any it's not a design that you would recognize. The way that this cuts is meant to like leave the scar.
Can I remember if I know that beans often like that, like the bugbear we ran into? Did he wield weapons?
He did not. He was a bit more beastly with his attack, but it's not uncommon for most devils would have more refined weaponry.
Yeah.
Demonic beings might have something a bit more crude. There's a chance.
I'm going to shake my bag, see if the thing's awake.
Or to the closet some more.
You
Every day.
hear it shoved around in the bag.
I speak infernal to it through the bag, could I assume you can hear it? Need you to answer me some questions and I'll give you some food. I'm sure you've been hungry over these past days.
How about the elk meat?
What do you want?
Something we just fought said there was some sort of orc demonic thing with horns in the forest.
Right?
What do you know about it?
There'll be more and more. It's leaking out.
Does it have to do with the Day of Blood?
Maybe.
I cut off some. Dara, can I have a slice of that meat?
Tosses you this like small slab of it.
Yeah, you wait, and I'll put this meat in here. You don't snatch it. Well, you don't get more.
If you be good, you get more.
10. For the sake of it, just in case I'm not knowing what he's gonna do, I'm gonna put it on the end of the dagger. I'm gonna put the dagger in the
Oh my god.
Alright.
so I can get it off the dagger, but if he goes for a snatch,
Yeah.
there's gotta be a blade inside.
Alright. The hand like reaches up. You see those like small claws kind of sink into it. Pulls it down into the bag.
You now have a pet closet.
You have a name?
No.
Give him a name.
Do you want one?
Why?
Well, you're gonna be in my bag for a while.
Really?
Yeah, you're a good source of information, unless you help lead us to the hag, which you don't seem to want to do, then I would let you go. Fine, you're gonna take a name and stay in the bag?
Stay in the bag.
Okay.
When you like.
Alright.
Name it Burley.
Name it.
What's his initial?
What's his name? Closet. Like, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Maybe like
I'm gonna call it,
Aussie.
I'm just gonna call him Reptile.
Like more.
Tile.
Yeah.
Rep for sure.
Alright, and I keep the bag. I make sure no one's like looking at me while I'm talking to my bag.
Yeah.
And putting meat in it. I walk over to Yorna and Lily. In private, I'll lead us like slightly back.
Yeah, well, I imagine we're getting ready to set our camp back up.
Yeah,
and
everyone's
just
kind of settled
settle in
back
for
up.
the night.
I got something important to tell you, potentially. It's not like there's anything we can do about it till after the hag thing.
All right.
But I think events for the Day of Blood are already appearing.
Like what?
Based on talking the closet and the bag, that fiendish orc that was seen, apparently the way he said that more of them will come and they're leaking out, which means there's somewhere that there might be an opening from the hull to here.
Maybe there's some instability that has been growing.
Yeah, but it's not like we can do anything about it now because we don't know enough information. But I just want us to be wary. We might run into stuff on the road going
All right,
forward.
I'll give everyone a heads up.
I'm gonna go. I got woken up. Well, yeah, we got woken up from it, so I'm gonna go back to sleep.
All right.
I give Rogue an apple.
All right. Everyone settles back in for the rest of the evening's rest. Restarting your long rest here. Thanks.
Oh, I would like to try to do something.
Yeah, what do you
Now that
want?
we're on our second nap, I want to use my last slot.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink a potion of protection versus evil and good.
Yeah.
And I want to dream and think about certain things that would give me a nightmare.
Yeesh.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I want to see if anything tries to interrupt my dreams.
You welcome the hag?
Who invites the hat?
You all doze off to sleep here again on the roadside. Strider attempting to elicit a nightmare. A familiar one you've had a few times, recurring. Between the waves of heat, trying to maintain some semblance of lucidity in this dream. Opening up, trying to invite something in, but keep it at bay. But beat by beat, the dream plays out as it normally would. Wake up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night. Nothing seems to have tried to encroach.
Potentially we're not close enough. But I'm trying to get this thing.
A few hours into your rest, the sun begins to rise, waking a few of you a little bit, but you doze back off for the remaining few hours of your sleep. Till eventually you awaken early morning, but not the crack of dawn like the day before.
Actually, everyone could have a sleep, and
But along-
especially Oscar.
A long rest is had. Everyone begins packing up the campsite and is ready to move on.
All right.
Yes, the Bloom Grove.
At some point after our adventures, we should send a team to extract the bodies here. It's not good to leave dead corpses around for too long.
Might attract something else.
You want some of us to stay behind? We can catch up.
No, we can do it on the way back. Plus, we have spoken about potentially, depending on what happens at Bloom Grove, we might send people back.
Of course. Alright. Someone roll me a d20.
Me. Oh,
18.
16.
16. Alright.
Yeah, I'll be there.
okay, but what would mine have been? 16. It was meant to be.
You continue for another day's travel. Having now crossed the bridge and continuing up a bit further. You won't make it to Bloom Grove today, but probably earlier in your travels the following day you might make your way there. Continuing through till the forest on your left gives way to some rolling meadows and hillsides out there. The forest maintaining on your right in that general direction, and you can begin to see signs of Bloom Grove at this point. Even this far out, a day and a half away, you can see small patches of wildflowers that are growing throughout the trees here. Various different breeds of flowers that grow up and into the trees themselves. They're sparse, but even this far out, there's signs of the flowers that litter the grove.
I'm gonna pull my horse back a little bit to Lily. Hello, got a favor to ask you. I'm gonna get you to talk to the closet in my backpack.
What?
His name's Rick.
Rick?
Rip?
Rip. Ripping someone.
Oh, you called him Rip?
Yeah.
That's cute. I like that.
I'll keep it back away. I need you to ask it. When we're investigating, we saw a horned druid with the people and the weapon. Who was that horned druid?
Ah.
So we're known when lying. The big slip. And I hold out the bag for her.
I like this plan.
You can just talk into the...
Am I doing it now?
Yeah, you can just talk into the bag. I'll hold it. Ro, keep steady.
Hello?
Yeah, fuck.
Quite rude.
Immediately the bag starts like swaying to the side as he's trying to like scratch the edge, but to no avail.
If you answer our questions, you will get more food. Do you want that?
Want to get out?
We'll let you out maybe in a few hours from now. If you answer all our questions beforehand.
What do you want?
We saw this horned druid and wish to know the name. Tell us the name, or you will be thrown into a bonfire.
He was with the weapon, working with Elowen, I believe.
I don't know if a closet knows that much.
Who knows?
Can I get, please, a persuasion from Lily? Take advantage with Strider's addition to that.
At 19.
Is it plus anything?
28.
Yeah.
He's got dozens of thralls. How am I supposed to know each and every one of them?
Tell us everything you know about the Day of Blood.
No.
You want to be let go?
Sure?
Answer the question.
No.
If you answer the question, you'll get double me.
You watch the bag go completely limp.
I know you just turned into a worm. Once we get an hour-ish, well, once we get close to Bloom Grove, I would like to know.
Okay. You continue on for a little bit. Is there anything anyone's doing as you journey along? Anything you're keeping an eye out for?
I would like to see. Where's my card? To my inspiring leader, so that people can get some 10 points.
How many people can even get it?
6.
Yeah.
So I'll do it for me, Strider, Yorna, Daria, the Dragonborn, I forgot the name, and
He needs it.
Oscar.
Oh, Oscar.
Alrighty.
So it's 9, 10 pip.
9,
Great.
10 hit points. We're on 73 hit points, baby.
Let's keep a lookout for anything unnatural in the forest as we go.
I do the same.
Yeah, perception checks from anyone that's keeping an eye on.
Perception.
21.
Mid. 11.
18.
As you move closer to Bloomgrove, you can see those small patches of wildflowers become a little bit more common. You know, every few hundred feet you see this little patch of wildflowers and maybe a small spring next to it as you're riding along. By mid to late afternoon, you begin to notice that those patches are becoming less frequent again. More sparse as you're approaching. Some of the trees around here a little more lifeless. Every, 50th tree is just barren of leaves.
Yorna,
Yes.
do you remember roughly the date that Alawen introduced the new fuel? Like how long ago it was?
I feel like it was a few weeks before we joined up.
Yeah. And when Gavia came into Argentum while we were grouped up, correct? From Bloomgrove? He wasn't...
For the festival?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which means the plant was already being stolen or used as fuel before he left Bloomgrove. Yet he didn't mention anything about any plants going. I'm sure they would have I'm sure they would have known if plants had gone missing. It's not something they would probably miscount.
This could also be a recent development. This could have happened since he left. He left and then this happened.
Yeah, I'm saying, but if the fuel was made before he left, then they would have had time to take it and create the fuel, which could take time.
I mean, this sparseness of flowers in the trees here, that might not be related to the delivery of the flowers for the fuel. This could be the hag or whatever the dryad mentioned.
I'm not talking about the plants being messed up right now. I'm just meaning that we know that their bloom lilies were taken to use as fuel.
Yes.
Which would have been taken before Gavia was in Argentum. He would have been at the Bloomgrove, and something that you said that they keep so sacred to their religion, I doubt they would have not noticed, it go missing. Especially so many as we saw in just that little pool.
Do I recall when this new fuel started coming into...
I mean, you guys encountered it your first day back in the city.
Yeah.
That was way before the festival.
And it takes time to create stuff like that, so it would have been happening for a while. That's all I'm saying, is that this has been happening for a while. Not this, but the lily's been taken.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I just can't believe a large group of religious people would not notice things going missing. So I just think we should all be wary that anyone in this town might not be completely on our side. Because
it's a fair assumption to make.
Someone should have mentioned it.
You're right. Do I recall, Vandir from Wood End mentioning anything about, Bloomgrove having, a bloom lily crisis?
Mm.
Now that you mention it, it's more odd than I like. It's weird.
Do we put everyone else to, just be careful around every villager?
Just, I think, general caution, yes.
Okay.
I just let everyone know that. Just reminding everyone to be cautious when we approach Grove. And just keep an eye out for anything, taking note of anything strange, and just...
Well, no, I didn't think about that sooner, to be honest.
Yeah, that is weird.
Alright. Continuing on a bit further in the day. Eventually, late afternoon. A few hundred feet up the track, by the time you spot it, you can see something on the roadside. Looks like it's lying down or sleeping or something. Some larger looking creature.
All right, slow approach.
I'll go 15 feet ahead just so I can speak to it.
Or see what it is.
Yeah, I'll go maybe 20 feet ahead of the group with road.
How close are you getting?
20 feet from it?
Okay.
Oh, no, 40.
Okay. You get to about 40 feet from this creature. It is lying dead still. You can see whatever it is scorched and charred up its back. You can see some half-rotted flesh covering one shoulder that's not moving.
I give the signal to hold, and I'll hop off rope and I'll run over to it.
Yeah.
What is it?
You run over. Give me a nature check.
Nature, shit. Suppose I have something to find for no particular reason there it is. 13.
13. You kind of run up to this thing, and what you can see is char marks up the back, like it has been burnt. You can see the skin itself is almost like a translucent, sickly green, and you can see it kind of rotting away, revealing muscle underneath. You can see maybe 15 feather-fletched arrows sticking out of various points in what is the corpse of, you're not sure how long it's been dead, but a rather large troll that has been pulled to the side of the road.
What color are the arrow feathers?
They're just a mixture of bird feathers from in the forest here. There's some reds and browns and whites.
Do I take the from local birds?
I mean, even just looking around, it's like, yeah, you can spot some similar looking birds.
I'll tell her.
Right, what are we looking at?
Some sort of creature was killed by arrows. Local birds used as the feather of the arrows, so potentially if Bloomgrove has archers.
Do I recognize any of these arrows? Do Bloomgrove use these arrows?
Give me a history check.
I also check like how well are these shots.
Oh, who knows? 7.
So, this is someone that knows how to use a bow.
Okay.
These are like placed at vital points.
And burn on the back and shot at the front, or
It just kind of looks like it was a pretty full-on battle. Like there's arrows coming out of everywhere, burn marks where they can be, but mostly on the back.
7 gives me nothing, eh?
can I look around and see if there's any burn marks on any trees or anything else other than him?
I mean, on a few of the trees where he's been pulled to, you can see a few scorch marks up there, but nothing major.
I think we proceed with caution, but it seems that Bloomgrove potentially killed this creature.
I was going to say, I don't recall whether they use these arrows or not.
They're local arrows, I can tell you that much. And I can't identify what type of creature it is. I've never seen it before.
The thing on the ground?
Yeah.
You said it
Troll.
was
Troll. Oh, interesting.
What is that in your book of many creatures?
Powerful-ish.
Powerful-ish?
Yeah. Where do I have it? I'll be honest, it's not in there. We can keep moving safely, I think, though. Whatever it was dealt with not recently. Like, the burn marks aren't like, it's not like hot to the touch.
It's just been charred.
Yeah. If the heat's cooled down, some fire pits can take, whole days to cool down. So I would say that it's been more than a day at least.
Yeah, I think it's alright, but it's worth an ask when we get to Bloom Grove.
Let's continue.
Agreed.
How close are we to Broom Grove?
At this point, you're probably like a full day's travel away, but you're coming to the end of this day.
So we won't get there until tomorrow.
I'll sense creature types from a mile.
Okay.
Then.
Give me them again.
Aberration, Celestial, Dragon, Elemental, Fae, Fiend, Undead, ignoring the Quasit.
None of the above.
Ignoring the closet. You mean rip?
Very.
Alright, let's keep going.
All right. You continue further along. A few more hours go by. Again, the sun starts to set. A clear night. You can see the stars starting to come out early, the moon kind of rising up behind, even while there's still a bit of sunlight left in the sky. As you're coming through here, more and more of the trees seem to be missing their leaves. There's almost no sign of wildflowers as you're approaching.
How's my symbol feel?
Almost like an itch to it.
Kind of same vibe as I got when I got near the weapon.
Similar. As you're pushing along, even at points some of the grass seems to be like almost slightly grey and just patches here and there, like.
Can I cast Speak with Plant?
Yeah.
First, I want to bring out the ball.
Yeah.
Do you recognize this area?
Where? Where are we?
We are heading towards Bloom Grove.
No. This doesn't feel like Bloom Grove.
Does it feel?
No.
It is like gone downhill. It's not as it used to be.
Seems like some of the plants have changed.
They hurt. Painful.
Is it the same hurt that you went through?
No.
What the
Well, I think there is some sort of corruption. Maybe the bloom lilies having healing properties and providing for the nearby flora is fact. Maybe the missing bloom lilies have affected this landscape.
Could be. Well,
Well, I was going to ask if there's anything about bloom lilies.
yeah. Didn't you mention the big tree in the garden said that their beauty was taken? What if by beauty they were referring to
about
the
the
bloom
flowers?
lilies? And that's what's
Do you
causing
know anything about bloom lilies?
No.
Okay, keep that.
All right, now you have to name the tumbleweed. No, don't actually.
I will name it Seedling.
We should probably camp up earlier so we can get there quicker.
Might be better to get there, morning of. All right, we'll camp up so that when we get there, we'll get there sometime in the morning. And I'll let everyone else know our plans of journeying.
Hey Lily.
Hmm?
You know that gold you found that I totally said you could have?
You want it?
I need to spend some.
On what? There's no shops out here.
No, like I've like hired equipment, but I said I'd pay it back.
I see. So you need a loan. How much?
Was it 25 gold?
25 per.
25.
I can give you 50.
Yeah. I'm paying you back.
What?
I'm paying the people back.
Yeah, 50 gold.
You keeping track of this on loan money?
That's not my money yet. I would like to make an alchemical fire.
Okay.
That one takes 2 hours. Alright. So,
You guys stopping now? Got the idea?
Well, I assumed you're waiting until we stop.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you stopping now is my question.
We're stopping so that when we resume the journey, we'll arrive at Broom Grove.
In the morning. We
Bloom
wanna get
Grove
the trip
in the
real
morning.
So
soon.
we'll probably travel at night.
No, because we were gonna just stop like at night, but then we'd get there really, really early. But
How much?
we don't want that. We want to get there. Can we just just stop at night and we just go to Bloom Grove in the morning? Like, I feel like that's just
How long
easier
is
to
the
do
trip
that
to
way.
the Broom Grove? Now.
I mean, essentially, a little more than a half a day journey.
Yeah.
And you
Yes,
guys
it's-
are a couple hours from sunset.
Yeah, so I thought if we rest up now, that means we can start our trip sooner.
Okay, let's do that. We're doing that.
Okay.
We're setting up camp.
All right. Either way, it's not going to make a difference.
No,
Gonna be
it's
8 hours
not.
of sleep
It's
and 6
just
hours
the
of travel.
same.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's
All right.
it's a moot point, but let's just do
Okay,
it that
so you're
way.
stopping here?
Yeah, we're
Perfect.
just stopping. Everyone wants an early night.
Yeah. So, kind of just as sunset is beginning, clear evening, you sit up for camp. The air takes on a bit of a chill. There's kind of the smell of rain on the air, kind of blowing in from the south, but you set up camp and you sit down and prepare your alchemical fire. Go ahead and give us the roll. Take some proficiency.
It's good. 21.
All right. So that is a success, and the crafting time is now down to an hour on those as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's up to 1. I didn't need to worry there. Cool.
You settle down, and again, it's kind of unsettling. These trees without their leaves, these patches of decaying grass. It's this kind of almost forest turning swamp kind of smell in the air. You all set up camp for the evening, ready to arrive in Bloom Grove probably just before midday if all goes according to plan. Is there anything else you're doing in that evening?
You know, it's a shame because Bloom Grove is very, very beautiful, and this landscape leading up to it is not very promising.
No.
I'm very worried.
Lily, are you able to speak to plants again? For us? Do you just want to do a quick ask? You just want to ask one of the local trees how long they've been sick for.
Okay.
Get a timeline.
You cast that when you guys were sitting down, eh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I think it just imbues all the plants within 30 feet.
Oh.
So you can just keep that going. Last 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's one of these trees.
Yeah, within 30 feet. Hello, tree. Oh, it's
Yes.
Oh, yes.
What is good?
Thank you, but I don't think that's the problem.
It didn't help.
No.
There was alcohol in there.
Great whiskey.
How long have you been feeling sick?
$80, $90 cycles.
That's right. They have a weird concept of time. The plants do.
Days.
Cycles of stays.
Cycles as days.
Yeah, because that's the sun.
Not the. I'm tired.
Like I said,
I'm tired.
Legion people never get outside the wall. Pretty long.
80 suns.
I don't think
90
we've been
Did
hanging
80 or
out.
90.
I don't think we've
Yeah,
been together that long.
90 days. Why not mention any of this?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't like this anymore.
Have you seen people come by?
Not for a while.
We did go
You
there
see
leave
anyone with
He left.
horns?
Didn't he leave by skyship though? Did they
No.
come on a skyship? No, that was like.
Not
Any-
recently.
Anybody holding a staff?
They probably TP.
Not recently.
Hasn't seen him.
We saw some body, troll body, mutilated with arrows. Do you know anything about people using arrows around these parts? Using local bird feathers as the part of an arrow that I don't know the name of.
Tail.
The fletching.
Which
Fletchling.
Yeah, is Lee translating this message through?
Yes. I shall be the translator.
The masked one. Keeping the forest healthy.
Yes. He's helping the forest. Can you describe this mass being?
Face of oak. Armor of leather.
Face of oak.
Leather armor. Wooden mask?
Mm-hmm.
Understand?
Sound familiar in any way?
Not at all. Ask how often they're around.
How often do you see this masked person?
And cycles between visits. Sometimes
Like
more.
10 days or more.
When was the last time you saw him then?
It's been a while.
Hmm.
What does he do to help?
Removes pest creatures. They try to heal us. Keep the sickness away.
Then that's all we can let him rest.
Do you know anything about this masked person, Yorna?
Do I know of, like, maybe even historical figures, for example, of just like a lone druid with a mask of wood that helps nature? Like,
Give me a history check.
They eventually. What the fuck?
You didn't roll that dice.
rolled off my arm. A 13?
13. You remember seeing a mask or something at Bloomgrove on one visit, but can't remember exactly where or why?
I've seen a wooden mask at Bloomgrove.
Yeah, you think so. Some vague recollection of one being somewhere.
But don't know why.
Well,
Wasn't like you saw anyone had it.
You just remember it being placed somewhere.
I'm gonna walk over to the Legion and Guard. Sitting somewhere at this point.
How can I help you?
So I wanted to let everyone know that as we're getting closer, evidence seems to stack a little more against Galria.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, be
On your toes.
even around just regular villages, because
We don't know who could be working with them.
and they've had a long time for anyone to send information to Argentum for help. So at this point, we should go forward thinking that everyone is a suspect.
You got it.
I second this opinion.
Daria kind of locks eyes with you. It's like deep concern.
Some religious groups can be swayed into doing wrong things sometimes, depending on what is needed. So it might not be their fault. They could be under misleading things. So just keep that on your mind. There's some hope, at least.
I do want to find a quiet moment to talk to Daria later.
Yorna, what's the population of Bloom Grove?
Probably the same roughly as Wood End, which...
A little bit smaller.
Oh god, I can't remember now. It's in my notes.
What ends about? Was it 500? Something like that.
Something
Number
like
of
that.
maybe 300-400 people.
Still quite a lot of people.
A lot of people.
And if that many people fall under one person.
Well, I have hope because that wooden mask, I feel like I would have seen a wooden mask in Bloom Grove. I don't know where, but I recall it.
I think it might be a good idea to send one person back to let,
In case of needing backup.
it's just to let Carmine know what we found out, and that potentially the whole village could be a little iffy.
I don't know if I want to be that hasty with that decision just yet. We don't know what Bloom Grove itself.
Yeah, we can wait till we get there.
Yes, I think that would be wise. If it does come to that, which one of you will go back? Because I think we should send at least 2.
Yeah, I can do
Want one of us legionnaires to go with a guardsman, or try to keep your heavy hitters up here?
Might be wise, but also I don't know if you'll face anything on the way back, and I don't want to put you guys in any unnecessary danger.
How many guards do we have?
5,
5 guards, 3 legion.
excluding me. Nah, I'll go back.
Send 3 guards back together. Leave Legion.
3 guards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever you 3 are, the best way to utilize facing creatures at your current level is attack the same one. Even if there's multiple around you, only go for the same target.
Of course.
Even better if you can just avoid fighting altogether. We want you to get back and be able to deliver a message.
Absolutely.
Right. Probably be easier to travel in a smaller group anyway on the way back.
Will you want us to leave in the morning, or wait until you're further ahead?
I think we'll get to
Yeah.
Bloom Grove first. We'll see what the state of Bloom Grove is, and then we'll go from there.
Very well.
Do you think, in case we are in need of danger, be able to make like a flare of some kind?
I thought about it to alert whoever this Moss man is, I guess.
Like, could probably put one on a crossbow bolt and shoot it upward.
Who are you hoping to alert with this flare?
Well,
We are 3 days from Argentum.
the mask man's around, he might see it, but I don't really fully trust the figure itself yet.
Do you think it's possible to see a flare from?
No.
I don't think so.
Let's just get rest, we'll figure it out when we get there. If we need some sort of distraction, I have many bombs I can throw. Or shoot.
Okay.
Or settle down for an evening's rest.
Like that.
Daria
comes and finds you.
Goodbye, 10 points. We'll come
I
back
want to talk to
tomorrow.
you about our current situation.
You agree with your friend?
At the moment, the evidence that I have, and I don't like it, but I just need to make sure that I consider everything.
Yeah.
And I hope you can understand that. Because I don't like it one bit either.
No, it's worrying.
Just the timelines don't quite add up, so I think once we get to Bloom Grove, we'll finally get the answers we've been looking for, and hopefully put Gavia in the clear. Could also be someone's trying to frame Gavia. I don't know.
Well, I hope you're right.
I hope so too.
The evidence is stacked against it.
Mm.
You doing alright?
Yeah, it's all concerning, and I guess I just remember Bloom Grove being so thriving and beautiful, and just seeing all of this on the way, it's disheartening.
He kind of looks around at the other legionnaires and guardsmen. Don't let that rub off on them, eh?
I gotta stay strong.
Gives you a bit of a nod. Kind of takes a seat a little bit away from the group, leant up against a tree.
Alright. With new vigor, the mask is on, we go back. We pretend everything's fine.
I walk over to Yorna to shake I want to talk to you about the Night Hag.
Alright, let's hear it.
I have a favor to ask.
Oh boy.
If we find the Night Hag and get into a fight with it, if you see the chance to take a final blow, leave that to me. I need to ask you some questions first.
Alright, I'll try.
That's all I ask.
As soon as keeping it alive any longer puts you guys in danger, though,
Yeah.
the head comes off.
Just need to ask it a lot of questions about the events that unfolded and what's to unfold.
I really hope that we get the answers that we are after when we get to Bloom Grove.
Same.
I am hopeful.
There's worry that we're gonna have, I don't know, everyone here seems to think, and understandably, I don't know how many times Gavir has standed on stage in front of these people before and stuff like that, but
Well,
it's gonna be difficult if we have to fight them.
I'm going to say I'm going to be optimistic about it and still consider everything, but also I'm not quite ready to pin it all on Gavir. There has to be more to it.
That's fair.
And they're all right. It is a big, big accusation to make.
But one founded in a lot of logic currently.
Well, I don't think we should dwell on it much longer. I sense that, and thanks to Daria pointing out that maybe this is damaging the morale a little bit.
I'm gonna go over to the orc. Okay. Gavin. How you feeling?
I mean, a bit gloomy around here, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess environments can rub off on people.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll manage.
I'm gonna give you one of these. I hand him a poison vial. You can dip your blade in it or your axe if need be.
Sure.
Would have been really funny. It's like, oh, thanks.
Just in case you need a little.
Thanks.
There's no. Don't risk using it on plant creatures and things like that.
Noted.
Rest up.
See you bright and early, I suppose.
And I'm gonna go sharpen my blade, and I'm going to keep a purple vial in my sheath. So it's gonna just constantly have my sword in it.
Sweet. Okay. Anything anyone else is doing?
No.
No.
So everyone settles down for a rest. Anyone helping keep watch?
Perception's too high not to.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Not roll. Net 20.
Oh,
For a 30.
Alright.
Damn, bro.
You're sitting here. Now that the night's quiet and everyone else is asleep. The sounds of breathing, but the forest is quiet. You look around and campfire light is picking up the eyes of creatures around you, but after about 2 or 3 hours of watch, you begin to notice that the birds in the trees aren't moving. Their eyes are locked on your group, and for 3 hours haven't moved or blinked. You every so often can see like an animal, like a deer in the forest, and it's exactly the same, just standing still.
Can I
Can we not do that? That's creepy as hell.
can we leave?
find evil awareness?
What are you? That's
Yeah.
That's wolf.
Mainly for Faye. Finger.
there's
Nah, I'm
no
scared now.
fey or fiendish creature, but there's definitely a presence. Some kind of fiendish, like miasma almost.
I look at whatever the closest bird to us is that's done. I'm just gonna shoot it.
Fire off. Cloud of feathers that just fall to the ground.
How do the other birds react?
Does it have a body or just
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
They just all stand still?
yeah, nothing changes.
I will then I wake up in Yorna. For a while. Yorna. I was wondering if you could take the next walk. Just because I trust this information with you first.
All right.
Look to your right.
Look to my right.
See that bird there?
Yes. What happened to it?
Not that one, the one that's looking at you.
Oh, yes.
Now look to your left. You see that bird looking at you?
Uh-huh.
You see that deer that's looking at you?
Why are they all looking at us?
There's some sort of fiendish energy around. We're being watched. Or they've been, I think they're someone else's eyes currently. I've killed one, but like they're just still looking.
Did you spot anything else?
They're just watching us.
Just watching us?
How many things can I see watching us?
I mean, at a glance, looking around, it's like 15, maybe 16 different
That's
creatures.
creepy.
I'm just stand up and just like bonus action.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love it!
You, without too much issue, are able to take out most of these birds in the surrounding. Within a brief time of elimination and extermination, no more animals remain with their eyes fixed on you.
I don't think that was necessary.
Well, it's not being watched fully. Because then now we can leave without being watched and they won't know when we're showing up.
Yes, but chances are that these birds are being controlled. That's just...
They're just birds.
You've just halved the bird population.
The entire hop.
I'm not too worried about killing birds. I don't really kill things that have, sentience, intelligence, but birds are a little...
Alright, it just bothers me a little bit how easily you dealt with all of it.
It's like, killing a cow.
Alright, I'll keep a lookout. You go to bed.
Vegetarians hate strategy. Just be wary of that. stuff.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for any creepy night creatures.
I'm gonna drink my potion of protection and receive when I go to sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm just gonna keep that on my sleep just in case.
You drift off to sleep.
I'm keeping an eye out for
You
any
keep an eye
more
out. Give me another brewers. Give me a perception check.
creepy wildlife.
Which realistically would not work because I'm losing
Yes.
concentration.
So that's fine.
21.
21. Look around. You swear that you hear like something very distant, just like the echo of like a twig snapping and like something splashing through a puddle. Very distant. And at one point you hear this quick footsteps that run just complete like beside your camp, but just disappear into the forest ahead of you towards the sound.
Wait, something just ran past? Like running past, or is running somewhere to stop?
All that you hear is footsteps come from behind the camp, pass by the camp, and continue off till you can't hear them.
And I didn't see what it was.
Yeah.
No. I'll stay put. I'll keep an eye out for whatever did a little pitter-patter past.
You sit there for another 4 hours, the rest of your watch, with nothing else of note.
This is the most unsettling watch I've ever done. Enough open to wake up Lily. She's gonna get nightmares. As she can take it. I don't know if you signed up for watch duties, but you have now.
What?
You want to keep watch?
Okay.
All right. Just be wary of any creatures that are staring at you, or any little running creatures. I heard something run past, but I don't think it was anything bad. It was just.
Are they interested in my good looks?
Maybe. Just keep an eye out.
Okay.
Wake me or Strider if there's anything of alarm.
Do half elves meditate or sleep?
Yeah, you're probably
You're
probably slaughtered. Yeah.
Alright.
You meditated for 8 hours, bro. What the fuck? That's double the meditated thing.
Meditating it. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh. I believe it is a 15.
Okay. Sitting there. Your watch is short, kind of at the end of everyone being asleep. Even so, you went to bed early, so it's maybe 1 or 2 a.m. at this point. You watch. It's kind of maybe 15 or so feet away from you. Some of the twigs and leaves that are on the ground swirl up a little bit. And as they do, you see a small white rabbit just land there and kind of look around. Looks at you and kind of tilts its head a little bit. Looks around a little confused.
Hello.
Kind of like walks up to you. Right up close. Just kind of looks up.
Hello.
Am I tripping, or didn't Mandir have not Mandir? Galia have a white.
Just kind of nuzzles your hand a little bit and just looks around at your surroundings and is just kind of taking in the group.
I would like to use speak with plants. See, are we surrounded by trees and stuff?
Yeah, I mean you'd be on grass with trees around you.
I like to make the area around us difficult terrain as if it's a field.
I thought you were trying to make a ring of difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sounds like to get to us. Oh, never.
Oh, yeah, cool. I didn't know to do that. That's neat.
Yeah, well, like,
Yeah.
everyone just makes it a patch, but that's cool.
Yeah, some of it kind of crawls up a little bit to create a bit of a ring. Just kind of hangs loose in your hands.
Yeah.
Like do it, please.
Did you just grab it?
This is a white
Yeah.
rabbit. Could I remember if white rabbits are in season?
White rabbits are always in season.
Rabbits in general are in
Like,
season.
are they often around this area?
I mean, it's not the most common sight.
What do I do?
Pour powder on it. Detect magic.
Oh.
You pour it, and even like Lily, as you're holding it, it's like semi-corporeal. Like at points, it kind of feels like your fingers are sinking.
You know that before I pull this?
Yeah, we'll
Okay,
say
cool,
so,
cool. I'm
yeah.
gonna pull that away then.
Yeah.
Didn't
Nah,
Yorna?
I'm barely sleeping. What?
Quick question. There was at like some point, didn't like we went do something and Gabriel like made a rabbit to watch us or something, or sent you to like know or something?
I believe so.
Does it look like this?
The white
Is
rabbit.
it the Gavia rabbit?
There is a white rabbit.
Pretty sure it was white.
It's a white rabbit.
Can I hold it?
I could have sworn he made a white rabbit.
Kind of
Yes.
looks, yeah.
Hey, give him a pat. How does he feel?
Feels like a rabbit most of the time, but every so often you feel your fingers like sink a little further than maybe it feels like they should.
Can you speak rabbit?
I mean, I can speak to it, but we can't speak back.
How's that?
I can make it understand.
I don't think it's
It's
a
magic.
normal rabbit.
No,
It could be Gavia's rabbit.
I don't want it here. It's not a real rabbit. Can I just kill it?
No!
It's not real.
No!
Let's kill it.
Yeah. I take the rabbit
But what
off
if it's
him before
watching
he does
us?
anything stupid. No!
It's not real rabbit, Yorna.
Put it with the closet.
It's made out of magic.
Put it with the closet!
That's what I was gonna do. It's not a real rabbit.
Well, it's real enough. Just let it be.
But like, what if it's listening to us, like, while we're walking?
Oh, it's all a bloody racket.
Daria,
Yeah.
do you know if Gavia had a magical rabbit?
Yeah, he summoned a familiar to watch us. Why?
It's
It's fine. It's fine.
Shouldn't we just get? It's magical. Shouldn't we just get rid of it, just in case?
Like
Kind
a
of-
summon.
She looks at her. You said that thing could hear us, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Too late now.
We could just.
Yeah, but like if we leave it with us longer, isn't that worse? Can we just get rid of it?
that was the first time you've seen it since.
Yeah.
I
Wait. Trust me, I'm not gonna kill
Inside check.
it. Sure.
I think Strider has a plan.
Beeping.
Like 5 on persuasion.
What do you intend to do with this rabbit?
I'm not gonna hurt it. I'll put it down. Does Gavia need help? Is that why you're here?
And looks up. Just kind of curls up and nestles down. It doesn't seem concerned.
Well, as I'm here to
Necessarily.
watch and observe.
Take us?
Just kind of like curls up, nestles in a little bit.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, but it's not real. It's an illusion. Can I,
It's a cute illusion.
like, where his fur is, can I just stick my finger through it?
I mean, like, you poke it.
Okay.
Like, it feels like a
There
creature
is
for the most
some
part. It's just
mass.
every so often, it's like the very outer perimeter is like illusory almost. But it is a physical thing.
Alright, everyone pack up, we're leaving.
At 2
has everyone
a.m.?
rested?
I mean, you would need to spend a couple more hours of downtime
No.
just to complete the long rest.
Alright, while everyone's resting, I pick it up.
I think we're overreacting. Don't.
I'm not gonna kill
We
it.
could just put it where it can't see anything.
I walk 20 feet away, put it down, and I walk back.
As you put it down, kind of jumps into the forest a little bit, and then just on like the third hop, just disappears into a pile of leaves and just is gone.
Oh,
Told you it wasn't real.
it took care of itself. I'd rather it go out naturally.
Am I getting up or am I staying in?
No, you
We
sleep.
can
Sleep
go
longer.
to sleep. I can stay back on.
All right, I go back to sleep. Let me sleep this time.
The last few hours of your watch go by uneventful. Eventually, your 8 or so hours of rest come to an end at about 2 in the morning, 2 or 3 in the morning. The moon high in the sky. Awaken.
I just find it weird that we're getting watched. Everyone doesn't know this, I'm just saying though.
Yeah.
We're getting watched by a shit ton of birds and deers.
I
The minute I
think that-
kill them, that gets summoned.
I think that is unrelated to the rabbit. It has to be.
It seems
rude.
conveniently timed, and the rabbit
Yeah.
hasn't shown up before this moment.
I think we are reading too much into it.
No offense, I just think you're a little hopeful because isn't spying animals and then an animal just appearing? There's no way that's a coincidence.
I just think we shouldn't rush to any more conclusions until we get to Bloom Grove.
Well, then you can ask him personally when we get there.
I just
Exactly.
I don't really think we're coming to any conclusions. I'm saying that the thing could have been teleported here, essentially, right? And then just teleported out. Like, just...
Well, we're not that far from Bloom Grove. It probably...
Yeah, but why teleport here?
Also, how would he know that we're here?
Did we mention at Autumn that we'd come by Bloom Grove or no?
No?
You hadn't
No.
seen the flowers at that point.
No.
You'd have no idea.
But that's what I'm saying, that the only way that that rabbit would know where to teleport was if they knew
From
where we
the
were.
animals that were staring at
Also, watch out for the dead birds I shot.
That's our breakfast.
Oscar,
Luckily, it's 3 a.m., so they'll just spot.
Oscar,
Yeah.
take this floating orb. Can you just round up my bolts that are in all these birds?
Why are you making him do it?
Who did
I'm
you
doing
ask?
the other half. Oscar.
Like,
Oh, okay. I was like, if you ask a Legion member to do it.
No, that would be disrespectful. Oscar's no offense. Here's a... I go grab half of the bolts.
we'll start rounding your bolts up.
Of the roll for bolts that went into birds.
Not for these. You fetch your loads back, and within a half hour or so, everyone's kind of up on their feet, pack the horses up, ready to ride out and hopefully arrive at Bloom Grove in the near morning. Can smell rain on the air, and you can see some clouds rolling in from the south. But still clear skies ahead of you for the most part.
No birds watching us.
Doesn't seem to be.
And how far is Bloom Grove from here?
You'll probably arrive early morning, 9 or 10 a.m.
I would like to keep track of when we're about an hour to 2 hours, hour and a half away.
Yeah, all right.
That's when I've got a thing to do.
What we gotta do? What if he knows that we're going to? And he suspects us. If he is in the wrong.
Well, we're already seen by a shit ton of birds, so it doesn't really matter.
I think the damage is done.
And if he tries to run away, or has already done that,
Well, not necessarily Jessica.
well, I guess that's
We are checking out the bloom lilies.
Yeah. Gabriel was the first reason, and then it's the river, and then finding the hag.
We do need to still do that.
Just he hopefully wouldn't know.
All right, everyone, gather up. Home stretch.
You all settle back up and begin the beginning of your night trek towards Bloom Grove.
Light.
Your lights go up And that just adds to the creepiness as you pass by these leafless trees that now cast shadows through the trees behind them, just making you not sure if you're just seeing shadows move or if there's things lurking behind the trees, shifting with it. You continue on for a few more hours, and I think that's where we'll pick up the next session.
I don't like where this is going.